the sharers, the donators. Really appreciate everyone's coming together tonight. It's for a great cause, you guys. 100% of everything goes straight to the GoFundMe. Elite Comics 11 takes $0. What's up, Goro Rivera? What is up, everyone? All right, I need to get Excelsior slabs in, and then we'll go to Poison, Richie. But Excelsior has to do this. Right now. So Excelsior, and then Poison, and then I'm gonna go off this list that Bill put together. So let's get you in here. Ali, Excelsior Class. What is up, my friend?
Good. How are you doing, Ali?
I'm doing great. In advance, thank you for your generosity, whatever it is that you've brought, and thanks for making the time. I appreciate you showing some love to Frank and his family.
Yeah, my condolences. I didn't know Frank. I bought books from Frank. He was a really nice guy. But as a guy having his daughter going to California UCI next year, I know what it takes to put someone through school and education and how important it is. So I just want to do my part, with this community. So I'm going to show off some books, and you let me know. Here's a Shock Suspense, 2.5.
Wow. Shock Suspense 2.5. What issue is this?
This is
classic pre-code
issue 11 with the Johnny Craig cover.
So context, you guys, if you didn't see the first session, what's going on tonight? I'm being joined by different people in the community. Whatever book they put up, 100% of whatever the auction closes at goes straight to the GoFundMe. Bill, I need you to write the information on the bottom of the screen so I can pin it. Thank you. And so it's that simple. They're not keeping anything. They truly are donating these books to whoever the high bidder is. And if you win the bid, you just go put the money in the GoFundMe, show them that you did that, and then they send it to you. Shipping's included to the U.S.
Yeah, I'll ship to Canada.
He'll ship to Canada as well. All right, $250 is the high. This is Shock Suspense Story. You said it's 11?
Shock Suspense 11, Johnny Craig cover. Here's the back. It's pretty good shape. I mean, it's the best looking 2.5. I was about to crack it, but there we go.
All right, so 250 is where we're at. We need 270. Ali, do you have any information on the evaluation of this?
Honestly, I don't. I know the ECs are really hot. I didn't really look it up. I was just going through some books, pulled some out, but
right.
These, probably $300 right now.
All right, 250. You get a great deed, and shipping's in as well. So
yeah, I mean it's in great shape too for a 2.5. There's a little bit of spine wear on the back, but you probably get a 3.5 if I cracked it and pressed it. But here it is.
All right, here we go. 250 going once. I need 270 or better. 250 going once. 250 going twice. We're looking for 270 or better. 250 going 3 times. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 270 or better, this one's going to Rev Max. 1,001. 1,002. 1,003. 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause. And $250. Rev Max.
All right.
Rev Max Music. You got it. $250 contribution to the GoFundMe gets you that shock. Thank you very much.
So I got a Sensation Comics 42 2.5 CBCS slab, off-white to white pages. I mean, these books don't come up very often. 1945. I haven't checked the prices on these. I just came on last minute with you. I was inspired by all the great deeds these guys are doing, so I said, let me just get in on it.
Appreciate that, Ali. So 2.5. What was the page quality?
Off-white to white.
And there's a little note on the label. What does it say?
Cover detached.
cover detached. All right, but that's 2.5. Sensation Comics, Golden Age Wonder Woman, love it. Let's kick things off on this one at 150.
Yeah, I mean,
Circumgraph.
Yeah, they got low
Circumgraph.
census numbers. They don't come out very often. You might see them here and there, but they're becoming more and more scarce. So I know it's at 150, but this is easily a 300, 350 book. It's never been cleaned or pressed. The back is really dirty.
$200. LJ Comics. Looking for 220 now. Gerard's in there as well. LJ was first at 200, but don't worry, you can always bid higher. There's still time. Looking for 220 or better, or someone make a bold bid. There's room here. Flash Fanatic 1981. Thank you. $250 is where we're at. Anyone at 270, you're making it even 300. All right. 250 going once. We need 270 or better is what we need right now. It all goes to the GoFundMe for Frank's family, his daughters. We're trying to do a set aside for some money for school for them. All right. He was very, very proud of their academic success, and it was really important for him to know that, want them to keep going. So this is what we're doing tonight as a community. We're trying to raise some money so that we can put some money aside for their education. It was very important to Frank. So 250 is where we're at. 250 going once. I need 270. 250 going twice. 250 going 3 times. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see $300, Yakuza Doc is in at 300. All right, I'm going to speed this up, you guys. It's a straight 5-second countdown. So if you got some bids, let's get them in now. Last call on this one. Need 320 or better. Thank you so much, Eric, for that. 300 is where we're at. I'm going to count 5 seconds. I need to see 320 or better. Otherwise, this one's done. Here comes the 5 seconds. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause. And call it there at $300. Yakuza Doc. Yakuza Doc. Thank you, Eric.
All right, so here we got a fantastic 475 80 white pages. I mean, it presents great. I don't know why it's an 80, a little bit in the corner, but it's a beautiful book.
Oh wow, that's quite the grade. All right, 80 white pages.
Yeah, these are about 300, 350.
So if you guys are tuning in, who do you send the proof of donation to? The best way to do it is to show the donation to the person that donated the book. So in this case, it's Excelsior Slabs. You can always hit the drop down arrow and it will tell you who I'm on with. But you can also just show Elite Comics 11 and we'll coordinate and make sure it gets to the right person. If you can't figure that part out, no problem. Okay, so this is an 80 white pages.
Fantastic 475.
We're going to pick this one up at $300. 325. Howard K. Noah. Howard K. Noah. Thank you. We need 345. I love this cover too, Collector Dome. Especially when it's in an 80 white pager. Hey, Chris, can you do me a favor? Ask Gus where the hell is he? I need to hear from Gus. Tell him. I know he wants to come on, but being Gus, haven't heard from him in a timely way. So tell Gus to DM us or call Bill. Let's figure this out. 360 is where we're at. 360 silver, 400 now. $400. K Kinzer 17. K Kinzer 17. Thank you very much. All right. We need 420 or better. 80 white pages. All right, $400 going once. $400 going twice. $400 going 3 times. I need 420 or better. I'm going to give it 5 seconds now. If I don't see 420 or better, then it's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. You got to come up every day. It's got to be 420 or better. 1,004. 1 second delay for charity or a good cause. It's not charity. It's for a good cause, good friend. It's done. K Kinzer 17, $400. You'll make that contribution. K Kinzer 17. Appreciate that. You got it. $400. Thank you, Ali, as well. In the first session, I was emphasizing, and it deserves to be emphasized again, the donators. I mean, the bidders are generous. We appreciate the bids. But when you bid, you get this awesome book coming towards you. The donators of the book, they're putting this out there. They're not getting anything coming back at them except for the good deed. So special thank you to the people that are donating the books. Really appreciate this, Ali.
All right, got 3 more. So there's Vengeance, self-explanatory, America Chavez. These books are really hot, but, you know, it's still a great book. Never pressed or clean. I bought it this way.
Nice. 9-4 white, near mint white. This is the first America Chavez, right?
Yep.
It's pretty awesome that you're donating books that, you know, with strong female characters in them, considering that this entire event is about putting money away for Frank's daughter's education. So you know, that's not lost on me. That's an awesome, some awesome context there. Okay. $100 is where we're going to kick this one off. $100. We need $20 increments, you guys. $20 increments. We'll go to 140. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. But honestly, I think we're all doing this for a friend. Frank's Comics was incredible. I mean, Frank was a great friend to many. Always there for people. Always there for good causes. So just trying to honor him tonight and take care of his family. C. Cruz, you're at 140. We need 160. Need 160 is what we're looking for. 140 going once. 140 going twice. We need 160. Flash. 160. 140 on 3 times. 160. We got it. Lakeside Drive Comics. 160. Thank you very much. 160 going once. I need 180. Make it 200. 160 going twice. 180. We got it. C. Cruz. C. Cruz. C. Cruz. All right. 180. 180 going once. Uh-oh. You got frozen. Oh, we recovered. All right. 180 going. We need 200 now. 200 or better. 180 going once. Knocking Futz, you're surprised I'm not in Vegas this weekend. There's nowhere I'd rather be right now than right here doing some, showing Frank some love. So that's why I'm here. All right. 180 going twice. 180 going 3 times. We're looking for 200 even. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 200 or better, it's done. 1,001. 1,002. 1,003. 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause, and 180 is gonna do it. C. Cruz. C. Cruz. 1, 2, 3, 1. You got it. C. Cruz.
So
takes it
I got
down.
these 2 left. I'm gonna do them as a bundle.
Okay.
They're pretty comic books, but they're pretty cool with the new label. We don't know how long they're gonna be around. So there's X-Men 1 and X-Men 1 with the new label.
Oh, wow.
Some 90s goodness. So, you know, fresh from CGC, 9.4 white pages. They're not very expensive books, but they're cool to have, you know.
Sweet. So you get the you get that one in 9.4 with the label, the Jim Lee label also, and then you get, yeah, back it up a little bit so you see that one. Yeah, some classic Jim Lee goodness there. This is for both.
Yep, for both.
This is for both. So starting bid $11. So just bid what you're gonna bid. We're gonna make this one quick. Excelsior has to run. Ali has to run, you guys. So I appreciate him making the time. So
come on, guys, $100. Throw it in there. Take 2 slots.
Get in some bids. You have a buy it now, basically, or a donate or a contribute now. He says.
Well, if they're not biting, I'll pick up this one right here.
No, let's take no. It takes a second. I'm sure that they will bid. It's just some delay there. Right. Okay, so here we go. We got 20. We got 100. $100. Ick wins. Ick wins. I see that. There's 2 people at 100. Ick wins was first at 100. Anyone in at 120? This is for both of these. Shipping to the U.S. is included, you guys. Rockets Horde 120. If you win this, you just go to Frank's GoFundMe and put the money in there, show Excelsior Slabs, and these will be on their way to you. It's that simple. No strings attached. Elite makes 0 on this as well. Rockets _ Horde 120. All right. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 140 or better, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause. We'll call it there. $120. Rockets _ Horde. $120 for those X-Men. Appreciate that. Rockets _ Horde. You're going to get both of those for the 120 contribution to the GoFundMe. Ali, right. Thank you so much for making the time. I'll see you soon, all right?
For sure.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
All right,
Take
man.
Care. Bye.
Bye. All right, Richie, let's get you on. Poison Dragon. Let's see if we can get this working now. We're going to try to connect with you again. Fingers crossed it works. We didn't have audio last time. We have a connection. We have Richie.
Hey.
What's up, Richie?
That was quick. That was quick, sir.
How are you? Thanks for your patience. We're just trying on the back end. There's trying to work out everyone's schedule. So I appreciate you. I don't have to tell people how. Well, before you say anything, Richie, let me say something. All right. I know you're gonna tell us. Wow. You're gonna tell us about Frank, but let me tell you what I know about Frank. I know that he thought very, very highly of you. He told me several times. He knew exactly how instrumental you were to what he was doing, and I know that he had an incredible amount of love for you. So I'm telling you that just based on what I know and what I heard from him directly. Yeah. So, I want to share that with you, Richie. And you already know that, I'm sure. But I just wanted you to know that, just in case you didn't. Okay? And so thanks for joining. Thanks in advance for your generosity. But he was, in a lot of ways, I'm sure you knew him better than I, and I love the guy. So there you go. So why don't you tell us about Frank, and then we'll move forward.
I mean, what's not to really, it's so funny because I'm hearing everybody talk about testaments of Frank and what they remember from him and what they loved about him, listening to the shows and stuff. And it's funny because I've been around him a lot, worked alongside him and heard a lot of the stuff he would say, said a lot of crazy things, made me laugh, made him laugh. But it's so crazy. Like I'm trying to bring up a lot of this stuff, and it's just, I don't know, man. Like I hate to say it, but I'm drawing a blank. But it was so much, man. It was so much. Just so much. We drove here, we drove there for collections. Went to PA for shows. He went to Rhode Island for stuff. He tried to drag me to Boston once. I was like, I'm not going to Boston, man. To do a show. You crazy? He would do a table show out there. I mean, Frank was just. He has such a love for comics that it actually, if he found me. Quick story, probably a long story long, which is a funny. That's a line Frank used to say. To make a long story long. I was working at I work at you know, I work in receiving. He's a DHL guy. He does receiving. So he comes to my job, and I'm wearing my, you know, I'm not even wearing my uniform. I'm wearing a shirt much like this, but it's a Funko Pop shirt. So he comes in, he goes, you like, yeah, see the Funko Pop shirt. You like Funko Pops? I said, yeah, that's all right. He goes, you like comics? I said, yeah, I like comics. He goes, all right. So we start shooting shit. And then he goes, hey, man, take my number, man. I'll you know, if I ever have stuff to sell, I'll call you. I said, all right, cool. Time goes on. He called me about a week later, and he goes, listen, I got a collection that came in, a bunch of boxes. You want to come take a look? Yeah, sure. So I come to the house, and he shows me all these boxes and stuff like that. And he didn't care what it was. He said, I already got the stuff I needed out of it. I just got to get it gone. I was like, all right, cool. So then we started talking shit and just getting to know each other better about the books and stuff like that. And then the rest just kind of like just snowballed, you know? Like he would call me again. And then I started accumulating all these books. And he goes, let me ask you a question, man. He's like, where the fuck you putting all these books? And I said, bro, I'm actually running out of space. I got a storage unit. He goes, all right, I'll tell you what. I know a guy named Greg. Shout out to Gregory's Comics. He goes, he does shows in Long Island. Why don't you get a table and do a show? I said, all right, it sounds pretty good. I did flea markets when I was a kid, my mother, you know, whatever. I was like, all right, cool. So we did that, and then the rest was just history. Like, it became Poison Dragon Comics, and I would have none of that without him. None of that, literally. So, you know, rest in peace to my good friend, my brother. I owe him a lot, you know. So.
And there's another side to this too. I think we should share, and that's, I mean, we've been touched by how many people were impacted and called Frank a friend or a mentor, or, you know, just somebody they loved. And I just want to point out, Richie, that I think it's pretty factual. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably never even meet Frank. I never meet him, and if I don't meet him, then nobody gets to know him, at least in terms of our community, because none of that would have happened. I mean, you're the one who got this old school comic guy to give the crazy internet a try, right?
Rough around the edges, yes. And you know the story, but the community don't. So I'll tell this one quick, and then we can. So I saw you, and then I told him, I said, listen, there's this guy, and this guy on Instagram, he's selling all kinds of crazy books, stuff that you got. And he goes, yeah, what do you got? What do you got? So I said, watch the show, man. And he's watching the show, and he goes, yeah, that's crazy. But I can't. How do these people even pay? How do they pay? I don't know. Nah, that's crazy. This and that, right? So then, like a few days later, he goes, you know what, man? I think I'm gonna DM the guy. So I said, all right, Frank. So then, what happened, Ali? You know where I'm gonna go with it. The Big Wood. He had that book, The Big, with the guys holding the wood, the kids holding the wood, and the cowboys like this, right?
Yeah.
Yo, guys, you know what I'm talking about. He had that book since I knew him, so he says, I'm sitting on this book forever. So I think it was the first show you did with him, and I think that book sold. I don't know who sold it. I don't know if it was Eric, but somebody bought the Big Wood, and I said, you sold it. He was like, this is the face he made. He goes, look. Like that. He was like,
oh, there's so much. I'm just grateful in a lot of ways that, I mean, not in a lot of, I'm just grateful that, and I told his daughters that there's so many, I mean, the amount of time we interacted with him was just a small amount, relative to, all the years other people knew him, but, there's so much video out there of just our sales together, and like they're full of laughter, and you were there, and just so many memories. And so I don't blame you for drawing a blank, because there's just so much to Frank, and so I know it's tough for you, Richie, and that's why I wanted to make sure you understood, even from what I heard myself, how much he loved you. So
yeah. He was definitely like a brother. So, yeah. All right, guys. So, I'm going to offer two things tonight. One thing to honor Frank, because he was a comic guy, and one for me, for my personal collection, because even though I love comics, don't get me wrong, but I think a bigger passion for me lies as a kid through video games. So I love comics and games. So we'll be one gaming, one comic. So let's do the comic book first, and then we'll end off with the big one, okay? So we'll do this one first. This is Fantastic Four 371. It's the Human Torch embossed cover, but it's a newsstand. So I guess that's the selling point of it. It's classic 90s. It is not a reach around, as I know Dom was doing the reach around. You know, oh yeah, and the sister's uncle. That was something Frank said. That's a shout out to Dom, man. I was just trying to put that out there. That's a chooch line. All right, it's a chooch line.
Your sister, but when Frank said your sister's uncle, was he talking about comparing your sister's uncle to Darth Nihilus or whatever?
No. It was like, it was like first appearance of your sister's uncle. I don't know. That's what Frank used to say on the shows.
Man. All right.
Yeah.
So hold this close because it's hard to see. It's that embossed like Human Torch.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
It's hard to see even if you're holding it in your hand, but the Human Torch is on there. It's not one of those invisible books.
Yeah, there it is. It's not. No, we don't do that here. Yeah, man. So it's a newsstand. So that's the selling point of it. Nice classic '90s newsstand. 9/8 slab, guys. Yeah.
All right. So $11 starting bid. 100% goes to the GoFundMe. So shipping will be included. So go ahead and get those bids in. $20 increments. $100 where we'll pick it up. Neil Savers in at 100. Thank you, Neil. And by the way, if you want any of the auctions tonight, feel free. Click at the link at the top of our page. Go into the GoFundMe. Put the money amount in there, and then you can show Elite Comics 11 or preferably show whoever it is that you got the book from. But don't hesitate to make that donation. We're keeping a track of that, and we're trying to see. We want to make sure we meet the goal on that. $200. Neil Savers presents in at 200. All right, I like that bid. In exchange, I'm going to speed this up for you, Neil. Thank you very much. $200. I need 220 or better. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 220 or better, Neil's going to win this one. 1,001. 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause, and we're gonna call this at $200. Neil Savers presents $200. Thank you very much, Neil.
Thank you, Neil. Appreciate you. And then one more other thing, man. I want to thank everybody. When I say so many well wishes and concern DMs, like it was a lot, honestly. So Kyle reached out to me, and Kyle was like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "It's so much, man. Like I had to put the phone down. Was dealing with too much, but it was in a good way. It was just so much love. I can't put thank you. All I can say is thank you. You guys are incredible. Comic community is incredible.
And I want to second that. So a little context. We have the GoFundMe. We put a goal of 60,000, which honestly, even if we hit 60,000, it's not going to cover what needs to be covered because it's going to be super challenging on his family. They're going to do it, but like his daughters are going to have adversity. They got a lot of people in their corner. It's not going to end after this. But I will say, even going in before we ever announced that we were doing this benefit, just the outpouring of people supporting the GoFundMe, just traditionally speaking, we came in tonight at over 41,000. We're gonna get to 60,000. Like we're at 56,600. Like we're gonna get there. That's not with everybody that has already pledged chipping in yet. So thank you very much, you guys. Much love.
Thank you, guys.
Trust me, it's going to a great place, you guys. So I appreciate you all. Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going off with the bang. Frank used to make fun of me for this stuff because one time he saw me prepping and cleaning Nintendo games, and I had my glue gun, my alcohol 90%, my Q-tips, and he said, bro, you look like a fucking car mechanic. What is this? And I was like, that's how you clean games, Frank. And he was just like, oh, man, you can have that. Fuck that.
Wait, what did he say you look like?
Like a car mechanic. Well, the way I would clean the games, shout out to D Champong. He told me how to clean games. I even had turtle wax. I bought turtle wax. Shout out to D Champong for that.
What he told me, I think the quote was, Richie's really selling, the games and shit. The games and shit.
Yeah, the games and shit. Yeah. You see, I had the screwdrivers, the turtle wax, forget about it. He was cutting me up. All right, guys.
I think you could tear it up in Pong, though, Richie. I think he could tear it up in Pong.
He probably
Pong was
could.
yeah.
Yeah, he probably could. I wouldn't. You know. All right, guys. So you see what this is? This is the Nintendo Action Set. This came from my personal collection, so trust me, it is tested, working, and complete. This is actually the Nintendo I was using to clean and test my games, and I actually put it all back in light of the show. So yeah, the box is it's in great condition, no rips, no major rips, no tears on that. So definitely, you know, it just has, you know, it has minor defects on it, but you know, it is what it is. You really want the meat and potatoes, which is inside, and you're gonna love it. It's right here. You get the foam, you get the booklets, and I got to tell you, the system is mint. It's very, very gray.
Oh my
It's not
gosh.
yellow. It's a 001. If you guys know what if you guys know what that means, it's one of the first systems printed. Is that the Zapper? Zapper's in great condition. See, so got that going on there. Game, you got your Duck Hunt, you got your Mario, cleaned and tested. You know, and of course it's authentic. It's got the code in there, right there. You got your original antenna by Nintendo. No aftermarket wires here, guys. This is all original shit from the box. After right there, you got your Nintendo adapter, the wires, everything works, and you got both controllers, guys. So, yep, have at it.
$520. We're gonna pick this up. $520. Ick wins. It's mint. Looks like it's complete in box.
It's complete. Oh yeah.
Complete in box. He said if you're really into the serial numbers, it's in the early run.
Yeah, it's a 001. Yep. Yes, sir.
This is man.
You there, Ali? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You froze up a bit, but we can still do the auction. So 520 is where we're at. This is for the box, complete in box NES set. Let me see. Oh, wow. Little Dan's jumping in. He's jumping in big. $750.
Wow. That's
Little
amazing.
Dan Big Comics. Appreciate that. Looks like there's a little bit of a connection issue. Let's see if we can still roll with this. 750. Little Dan's in at 750. I appreciate that. Bold bid there. Great gesture, Dan. So in exchange, I'm gonna speed this up. So I want $50 increments, and I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna count 5 seconds. Unless I see $800, we're gonna let Dan have this one because that's a heck of a generous move right there.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking for 800. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause, and it's done. $750. Little Dan. Little Dan. Little Dan's Big Comics. $750 pledge. Crazy for Comics. I saw your 800. Came in too late on that one.
Yeah.
Little Dan takes it. Dan, all you got to do, click on the GoFundMe. Put in the $750. Show Poison Dragon Comics, and Richie's gonna get that out to you.
Yeah. Send me a DM, Dan. I don't think we've done business before. Send me a DM. Neil, I know you, of course. Yeah. And thank you. Ali, you already know. Thank you, man. And everybody in the community, thank you so much. We love you. And,
much love.
Rest in peace, Frank. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Frank. And I love you too, Richie. All right, man.
Later.
Take care. Okay, so Card Gems, Richie Buxo, LJ Comics. That's who I have on tap. So who do we... LJ. Okay, LJ, I see you in here. So I'm going to go ahead and accept your request. Hopefully you're ready. All right, John. What is up, John? LJ Comics, you guys. Thank you in advance, John, for whatever you're donating. I appreciate your generosity.
What's up, Ollie? What's up, everybody? Look at that. That'll always stay here. Look at this is my office. Look at there. I know you guys can't see, but the first Batgirl I actually picked up from Frank's Comics right there. And if you guys saw my video, I got my last order from Frank's Comics. And if you want to know how much we like Frank, I opened it up, and my little guy, we just got Tales of Suspense, Black Panther versus Cap, classic cover. And he goes, Dad, can you think I could keep this and put it in my room? And he was like, Frank was such a cool guy. And I said, sure. So we'll get a frame for it. He goes, can I keep the Frank's card that came with it up? So I always joke for Frank. I said, when I grow up, I want to be just like Frank. We used to make jokes. I used to go to Frank's Comics and offer, hey, buy this book or a slab and give it to the top. He'd do it to me. So I really appreciate it. This has been amazing. I wouldn't expect anything less. I was checking in during the soccer games all day. So, I just want to put this stuff up. This is one of the first, I couldn't remember, but I think this is pretty much the first book I ever bought off Frank. Not this one, but it was a Lethal Protector. So 9.8, this came straight out of the PC. 9.8, Venom Lethal Protector #1. So that'll be the first.
Wow. So 9.8, why you're saying you bought this off Frank? Is that what you're saying?
Off of Frank, but it wasn't graded.
It wasn't graded. So another example of a 9.8 that was purchased raw from Frank. We've been hearing those stories all night. And when I tell you, no bullshit, you guys, I never had to tell Frank how to do anything. I mean, he already knew. You got to be conservative. You got to treat people the way you wanted to be treated. He wasn't trying to pull any funny business. Like, there's no bullshit with Frank. So I'm not surprised that the grades actually regularly came back way higher than he would say they were. He would never grade a raw 9.8, 9.4. It would take a lot for him to even think about going higher than that. So he would just say 9.4. 220 Traco. Traco's in at 220. John, what do these go for?
I have no idea. I don't know.
220 is where we're at.
I wasn't
$20
planning on selling it at all, and it's just because of this event I decided to throw it up. I just thought it would be something cool to do. This, and I got one more after, and you'll understand why I got the other one after.
All right, 220 going once. I need 240 or better, you guys. That's what I need on this Venom Lethal Protectors. It's a 9.8.
White pager, just super awesome. It always brings me back to my childhood.
All right, 220 going twice. 220 going 3 times. This is for that 9.8 slab, that Venom right there. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 240 or better, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Delay 1 second for a good cause, and it's done. $220. Traco 3171. Thank you very much, Traco 3171. You'll contribute that $220 to the GoFundMe. Show LJ Comics. He'll get that out to you. Thank you.
All right. And then Traco just messaged me because I know this is the first time he's ever got anything.
All right.
But I appreciate it. In the community, we're pretty tight knit. I'm a very guy. Ollie knows me really well. I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I just do. When I came into the elite team, I was welcomed with open arms. Frank was already here. Richie was already here, plus a lot of other great vendors. And, Frank made me feel like family when I came in. And it really hit me hard because, when you have your kids and you know what they have to, be without their dad who was involved and loved his daughters and took them. So it really hit me hard. But Frank always liked to joke. So this piece I just got in, and I told my wife I'm going to put it up, and she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, it was going to be hung in my office here, but I thought this was appropriate because Frank would enjoy a good laugh. So Frank, because he wasn't a Turtles guy, like, he'd be like, who the hell's Raphael? Who's Donatello, right? Who's Shredder? Yeah. He'd always make jokes. So this is original art. Ron Williams, he published a lot of art, Turtles. He beautifully framed everything. I know what I paid for it. I don't really care. It was going to go up in the office. I'm trying to get it real close so you can see it.
You said Ron Williams is the artist?
Yes.
Ninja turtles, you guys. You can't see it. There's some glare, but it's the four turtles. You got Shredder. It's a Ron Williams piece.
I'm trying to get the glare
I
out.
was gonna put it up, but he's gonna put it up in his
right
office.
next to this one. It's Ron Williams too. So, but I figured it would be appropriate to put it up for Frank because of his turtles jokes, and he'd enjoy a good laugh. He goes, I don't know who this guy is, metalhead. You know.
I mean, at least the turtles are named after some Italians. So,
Yeah. So that makes it even funnier, right?
We won't mention that Frank didn't know their names, but he showed up, I guess, for that reason. All right, $120. Let's keep it close to us. 140 is where we're at right now. Actually, Rockets_Horde. Rockets_Horde. We need 160.
And it's just ready to put wherever you want to put it. It's got beautiful frame, everything. Pretty
I
nice.
appreciate you putting this up, John. So we're gonna give it some time because it's an awesome piece. It's already framed.
Yeah.
$250. Excelsior Comic Book Pressing. Matt, thank you. $250. Wow. $250. Excelsior Comic Book Pressing jumping in at $250. So we need $270 or better. I'm going to speed this up as a thank you to that bold bid. Thank you very much, Excelsior Comic Book Pressing. Matt, $250 going once.
Yeah, I know there's a little glare.
We got $270. Big Delph jumping in.
It's awesome.
Big Delph.
I know there's a glare because I'm in my office, but it is just so awesome.
$300 now. Excelsior Pressing is in at $300. Thank you.
It's got a six frame. The framing company that does these framing for these, they're pretty awesome. So
$300 going once. $300 going twice. I need $320 or better. $300 going 3 times. $320. We do have it. Need $340 now. $340. I'll take one more $20 increment before we move to $40 increments. So I need $340. $320 going once. $320 going twice. $320 going 3 times. I'm going to count 5 seconds. I'm looking for $340 or better. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see $340, it's done. The artist one more time. Ron Williams, Low Life. Good to see you, James. All right, here we go. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 350. We have it. 350. This means we're gonna need $390 now. I said we're gonna move to $40 increments, so $390 or $400 evens what we need. I'm gonna just count 5 seconds. If you're interested, just make the bid. You guys do not try to time it; it will not work out. All right, looking for 400. 5-second countdown. Here we go. We would take $390 also. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause, and $350. Costa_mainline takes it for $350. Costa_mainline, like so many others, have actually already had contributed to the GoFundMe with nothing in return except the good deed. So a special thank you, Costa_mainline, for jumping in on that one. Speaking of special thank yous, John, thank you so much for your generosity. LJ Comics.
Thanks, guys. I thought it'd be funny. Italian turtles. Frank would have get a laugh. Me and Ollie talked. Let me tell you guys, man. You know, Frank, great guy, great. I mean, you can't say enough things about him. We can call him now the Godfather of comics. But remember, guys, when you're out there, man, hug your loved ones, hug your kids, tell them you love them. You know, if you're upset with somebody, settle it, let it go. Life's short. Enjoy it. You know, do it with a smile. Do it with class. Do it with integrity. And that's what Frank did. You know, look at this love that's coming out. Do it like that, man. Just love everybody. Love the people around you. Forgive, forget, move forward, and you know, we'd just be so much better if we did that, man. And that's kind of like what embodied with Frank. Like, you know, when I heard it, I hugged my kids a little tighter when I picked them up from school that day. You know, and we send a virtual hug to all his family. We're praying for all them. We know this ain't easy. And, you know, memory's going to live on. Just like Kyle said, I did my first show since Frank. Frank used to come in, $50 throughout every LJ comic show we do from now till the end of time on Elite. We're going to give away a $50 book, surprise book that somebody buys. It might not be the first one. It might be the 10th one. You won't know, and we'll say you're getting this one in honor of Frank's Comics. Because Frank would always come in and say, give a $50 book, give it to the biggest stack, biggest. So we're going to keep his memory going.
All right, John, I really appreciate that. The reminder about showing love and how short life is, and to treat each other basically the way you would want to be treated. And on that note, I hope, you know, don't take this the wrong way, Costa, because first and foremost, thank you so much, Costa. Costa won the art, and he says, send it to the dude on the top screen. I believe I'm the dude on the top screen. So first of all, thank you so much, Costa_mainline. But if I understood this situation correctly, my brother John actually had planned to put that up in his office. So I'm going to say thank you, Costa. And I'm going to tell you, John, why don't you hang on to it, put it up in your office, and Costa_mainline, I'm sure he's going to go ahead and make that contribution. So that stays with you, John. Thank you very much, Costa_mainline, for the $350 contribution. Thank you for allowing me to keep that with John. Thank you very much, Costa.
Costa, send me your information, right? Because this wouldn't, and I'm going to keep it, and I thank Ollie, and it'll be up here for, you guys can never always ask. It'll be up in my office. But I'm going to send you something. So you send me your address. And this is also, I always feel like if you're going to give something you want to keep, right? Here you go. So I'm going to send you this. Ripley's, believe it or not, this is #1. Golden Age, #1. Ripley's, believe it or not. So you send me the thing saying 1953, #1. You send me saying that, you know, the donation. I know you will. Give me your address. Give me everything. And I'm going to send you this anyway.
Much love, John. Thank you, Costa, as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you, everyone. All right, John. Thank you so much for coming on. Trying to get the others in as well. Much love, man. Thank you so much.
We'll see you guys soon.
All right. Okay. Car Gems, Richie Buxo, Yakuza as well. You guys are on deck for me. So let's see who's ready. Whoever's request I get first, I'm going to take it. Let me see. Let's go with Car Gems. I think you've been waiting around, I think. So let's go there. And then I want to go to Richie Buxo and Yakuza as well. Let's see if Car Gems isn't ready, Yakuza, if you want to hop on. Let me see if I do have your request, so if it works, it works. Let's see. I tried to accept it. All right, Eric, Yakuza Doc, you guys. Eric, welcome, and thank you in advance for your generosity. Whatever it is you have, I really appreciate it. Thanks for making the time for Frank tonight.
Oh, I want to say, you know, like everyone else, my dog is number one. The Elite comic shows, I mean, got us through 2 years of pandemic, and Frank was funny. And I was actually a little older than him, but most people didn't know. Frank found out because next to whenever I was born in Naples, Italy, so I always had to bust chops. And whenever I sent him a Venmo payment, I always put it for Gabagool or Nato or anything that called him Paisan. It really hurt when he passed. I was gutted for Richie. I knew he was going to be struggling. You don't want to bother him, but I was glad to see him. Just, look, I hope you're hanging in. And I would tell Frank, I've already paid for one of your kids' college tuitions. Give me a break. And the best part was, so he hated math. And so I always had a crazy bid. I would add up every book on a row and just throw out a number, and Frank would get so pissed off. All right. So I wanted to do two things and then show you something. So first things first, I have two daughters myself. To his daughters, find peace. Your father will live forever in your memories, and we are immortal in that way. And I lost my father. You know, we've all had tragedy, but they'll live forever. So keep his memory alive, tell stories, and that's how you kind of get through it. So first things first, I got this Neal Adams art. He's another Titan in a different way that we lost. And he drew this in honor of kind of the homage to the Wolverine cover, screaming with the claws. And, you know, he's not around to do these anymore. So whoever wants to, you know, dig deep, I'll send this to you. And I know that there's no more left to be made. These are it. So first things first.
Thank you so much, Eric. So this is up for grabs, you guys, in exchange for a contribution to the GoFundMe. That is original art by Neal Adams, the late legend Neal Adams, friend of our channel as well. You saw him several times while he was with us. So it's what a piece. And he says it's a Hulk 340 kind of homage there on that Batman. So
instead of the claws, these were $400 before he passed away. So let's have some people dig deep so we can send you the art for that. Hold it up.
That's right. When he was with us, there were 400. So that's a nice baseline there, and it's a custom one, perfect for somebody who loves Wolverine and Batman. So we'll dig deep, you guys. It's original art. It is not a photocopy or a print. It is the real deal. Neal Adams. And yes, it's been, as of yesterday. Yesterday was a 1-year anniversary of Neal's passing. That is true.
On his web page, and for those of us who have fathers, it's a difficult thing. You never let go of it, but you remember what they stood for. And as LJ said, to parrot him, you know, you don't know when your time. I've lost too many people close to me in the last year, and it's made me rethink what I'm doing with myself, even collecting work. I mean, who knows? Just don't let a moment go by, or don't miss an opportunity to tell someone that you love them, and don't go to bed mad. I mean, it's very simple, you know, and then make the most. You know, you have this moment. Whatever's in the past is gone, and nothing is guaranteed. So live in this moment and make the world a kinder place. That's all you got to say.
Well said, man. Love you. $500. $500. Martin Long Strategic Services LLC. $500. We're looking for 540 or better now. It all goes to the GoFundMe, so don't be shy. I appreciate that, Martin. $500 going once. $500 going twice. $500 going 3 times. Looking for 540, you guys. I'm gonna count 5 seconds. If I don't see 540 or better, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause, and it is done. $500.
Hey, just shoot me a DM with your address at Yakuza Doc.
That's Yakuza Doc, Long Strategic Services LLC. That is Martin. Martin's a great guy. Appreciate that gesture, Martin, and Eric as well, of course, for donating that piece.
The second thing, I could not have asked for a better setup, by the way, and you'll know when you see it. Frank had a good sense of humor. He knew what you liked. He was a funny fucking guy, right? I have some of Frank's PC books still. I know what I bought at his shows, and I pulled this book today, and I couldn't have had a better setup from Richie. This is the Rifleman. That one, I graded it, but I knew what I got from him. So in honor of Frank, it's just so funny that Richie said it, because yes, Richie, it was me that got the book. This is the classic. Oh, look at that! What do we got?
This
here?
is the wood cover. This is the book. So the elite history on this one. Apparently, this is the book that Frank took with him everywhere before he ever did a live sale with us. And I guess normal people or classy people, like, they didn't want to buy it from him. But then he came to our community and everyone wanted it. So I think that's something to be proud of.
And it's just so funny that Richie happened to mention that, because I pulled this book specifically for that. And if you don't have this book, you got to get this book. This is about a 4045. You know, these are $600 potentially. But what it represents to me, again, I'll miss the dude. And once this gets sold, I got one other thing to show you. I think that it's kind of interesting. A real quick story, and then I'll turn it over to everyone else. But dig deep. This book is, like I said, 4045. Taking the log to the little one. Great.
Okay, that didn't sound right at all. Okay, 4045. We're gonna pick it up at 150, but I think there's plenty of room there. So 150 is where we're gonna pick it up. Now we're at 200.
The last sale's a lower grade was like 4 something on this, so I think it's pretty low.
We're up to 250 now. Stand up records, 250. With 325 Excelsior. 325. Thank you, Matt. 325. We need 345. 350. We got it. Genesis Comic and Gaming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
3 sold in November of last year for 475. Look at the smile right there. The knowing look, He goes.
Wait, hang on. This is the copy that you bought from Frank?
I know what I got, but this is not. I wouldn't get rid of Frank's copy.
Okay, all right. I was just clarifying, okay, so this is not that copy, but it is the book that we've been talking about. $400. Genesis Comic and Gaming, $400.
Again,
$400.
Everyone lauds Frank's grading. He sold me that Usagi Yojimbo 9.2 that I got a 9.8 out of, and I called him to tell him, hey, thank you so much. I got a 9.8.
We've been hearing that all night. So another 9.8 story, buying books raw from Frank. No bullshit, you guys. I mean, like I've been saying, never had to tell Frank anything about being just an incredible seller. He treated people right, and you're hearing the stories yourself. All right, so $400 is where we're at. We need 420 or better. I'm gonna count. I'm gonna count 5 seconds. If I don't see 420 or better, this one's gonna go to Bill. That's Genesis Comic and Gaming. $400 going once. Or actually, I'll just skip to the 5 seconds.
Whenever I see this book, I buy this book.
They're wondering if they need to call social services, Eric. So maybe keep a little bit to yourself. All right. So I'm going to count 5 seconds. Looking for 420. 1,001. 1,002. 1,003. 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause. And we're going to call it right there. $400.
So again, to reach out to me just via DM. And one final thing. I had been talking to Frank, like a lot of us, reaching out before he passed. As I got busy over the last year. You know, I haven't been able to watch as many shows as I typically do, but I always tune into Frank's shows, and I always either bust his chops with one question or another. But 3 weeks ago, I got this box from Frank, and I still haven't opened it, and I hadn't had the heart to open it since his passing. I just kept it, you know, so I know what's in here, but it's still packed up, and it's there from Francesco, you know, Valenza, and this is the last box maybe that Frank's comics that are going to get open. So I'm going to open it tonight, and because it was a running joke, I know what's in here, and Ollie will attest to this because I always log in for about 10 minutes and say, Frank, I say, where the fuck are my Star Trek books?
This is true. Always about the Star Trek books. I heard this story back and forth going on for months at least.
Said, Frank, get in your fucking garage and give me my Star Trek books. So he finally got into his garage, and I'm opening them up for the first time. And this is sad. This package I opened from Frank, and these are all the Star Trek books. And that's the kind of dude he was. He's like, Eric, I know, I got them. I just got a bunch of stuff to do, you know, blah, 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 blah. And here they are. It's like all the Star Trek books he had in a big pack. So my last Frank box, and I got a shirt with it. I said, finally, Frank, I got to get a shirt from you. One of these, come on, please, send me the shirt finally. And those are the last two things I got from him. So Riposa and Pace, Frank, Faizan, peace to you and your family.
Eric, I just want to say thank you so much for everything. I love you, man. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate the generosity. And I know for a fact that Frank thought very highly of you, and we all do. So you're a huge part of this community, and people know that. And I just, you know, just much love, man.
Thanks.
Appreciate you always.
Story, and thank you, everyone, and take care.
All right, take care, Eric. Okay, keep it together. That was awesome. Thank you, Eric, for that. Yakuza Doc. All right, Car Gems, Richie Buxo. Let's get you guys on here. Car Gems, I'm going to try to connect with you again. I had been trying earlier and didn't see you, so hopefully this works. And Richie Buxo, Richie, if you're ready, you can send me a request too. Haha.
Sorry.
Here's Sean. All right, Sean. What is up?
All right,
Thanks so much for joining. I know you've been busy.
How's everything going tonight? I've been able to pop in and out a little bit, man. It's just so awesome to see the support for Frank, man, because he supported everybody. You know, I don't know. I was new into collecting comics like 2.5 years ago, and I know anything because I just did cards, right? And I got on one of his streams on Elite, and he was just like so nice to me because he like talked to me after the fact, and we talked about our daughters. It was like I knew the guy forever, right? And I only knew him for like a week, you know. And we kept you know in touch, and we shared a bond just because we both had daughters that are getting close to you know becoming adults and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna miss him, and I didn't even know him that long, right? So I got one book for tonight. I know I don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time. We've been on for a while. I'm gonna flip this around.
Well, first of all, thank you in advance for whatever it is. Appreciate the generosity and the kind words about Frank.
Absolutely. So I can just do it like this. So I'm going to put up this Batman 95. It is a 4/5 off-white pages. It has a little bit of writing on the front. Bobby put his stamp on there. But I'm going to put this up for auction for Frank and his daughters. Hopefully it goes towards their college education. I don't know. I think it's like a $500 book. Sub 100 Batman.
There you go. Batman, super hot right now. That's a classic. There's what issue is it again?
95, 1955. Win Mortimer cover.
All right, $11 starting bid. 100% of it goes to the. You're just gonna go make the contribution to the GoFundMe. Don't be shy. You got any questions on it, let us know. But it's slabbed already, so that's nice. Already done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me keep an eye on the bids. I'm sure they're coming in, but there is a delay. There's a lot of people in here.
Sorry,
So,
I'm on my tablet.
all right. $111. Gregory's Comics, $300. Rob Ice Comics, $300. Rob, appreciate the bold bid there. That's a good home. So I'm going to speed this one up, actually. In exchange, I will speed it up for Rob because he just did an incredible gesture right there. So I'm looking for 320 or better, 5-second countdown. If you're going to bid. Let's get it in now. $300. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 320 or better, this one's done. 1,001. 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Delay 1 second for a good cause, and 320. Gus came in. He says he doesn't give a shit, Rob. 340, Rob Buys Comics. Wow.
That sounds about right.
Gus, we've been looking for you for hours. I feel guilty now that we actually found you, and then you come in to just spoil Rob Buys Comics. Wow, okay. All right, 340 is where we're at, Rob. By 360. Silver Age Comics, 360. Gus is in here at 360. All right, 360. I'm going to count to 5 seconds.
Oh, shit. He's taking Ilsun's title.
I'm going to count 5 seconds. Looking for 380 or better. Silver Age is in the lead at 360.
Hey, wait a minute.
1,001.
Isn't Ilsun the one that sniped Rob? Rob, what is going on?
All right, you guys are ruining Rob's night. All right. You don't mention that. All right, I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 380 or better, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Delay 1 second for for a good cause, not charity, good cause, and $460.
All right, Gus, that's yours, man. Just hit me with the DM. I'll get it shipped out to you.
Silver Age Comics. So Gus, all you need to do, click on the GoFundMe link, donate the $360, show Card Gems, and he'll send that out to you. It works like that. Thank you very much, Gus. Thank you very much, Sean. Really appreciate you.
I'll see you guys. Thank you for letting me be a part of this, and don't be a chooch, guys.
Don't be a chooch. All right, thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. All right, Gus, I'm gonna give you a request. Silver Age Comics, Richie Buxo, if you're around, please let me know in the chat so I know that. Or send me a request so I see that at least. Richie been calling out. What's up, Jane?
Hello.
There's Gus.
Right.
What's up, Gus?
Hey, what's up, Ali?
Thanks in advance, you two, for making the time and for whatever you're donating is much appreciated. Frank,
I had some trouble squeezing in there earlier. I didn't get on the list, and then I heard you yell at Brewfront, and I got scared.
I did not yell at Brewfront, but there's people who've been waiting for hours, and then when they finally find you, everyone's like, Gus is ready, Gus is ready, Gus is ready. I'm like, he hasn't been ready for hours. He didn't listen to the instructions. He didn't tell us he didn't respond to anything, and now it's like, oh my gosh. So, anyways, we are grateful you're here.
I spoke to you on the possibility.
So you just got yelled at anyway.
Guys, I'm not sure, but Ali just called me an asshole.
You gonna talk about Frank?
Yeah. So the funny thing is, guys, is that you know, Frank and I were kind of early vendors for Ali, and we stem from the same town, you know. Like Ali's all the way in California. We're in Astoria, New York, and I'd like to think that, you know, Frank and I had kind of a special relationship, or have, with Ali. And Frank used to come to my comic shop store in the 90s. I never was really close, you know, to him. We always knew each other. And then it wasn't until some lawyer in California brought us back together again.
So he was a customer, right?
Yeah, he was a customer in the 90s. And Jane and I went to his wake on Saturday, literally a week ago, Sunday. And guys, his family is just as beautiful as they are in the photos. Just a beautiful family. And it was like, you know, the same, you know, funeral home that you know, my parents both did. So it was touching nonetheless. But anyway,
well, Gus, hold on a second. So you said a few things. I mean, the California lawyer stuff, I don't think we'll get to that, but we'll talk about that later. But I want you to know, you know, Frank and you, it is true, you guys were not only early adopters of our platform, but also, yes, you definitely have a special relationship with me. You know, you're a dear friend. He was a dear friend. And, you know, I want you to know that he always spoke very highly of you. Your name obviously came up often. And he told me, Gus always has his stuff. There's nothing like Gus's shop. Like, Gus always has great stuff. And, you know, he also thought highly of the way you conduct yourself. So there you go. So thank you, Gus.
Thank you for that, Ali. I appreciate it. So I got a couple of things here. We got a Batman 423 Fan Expo Gold Edition and a 9.6 white, signed by McFarlane with a custom label.
All right, 9.6 white, you guys. It's signed by McFarlane. It's witnessed, CGC yellow label. Let's see if we can can we step somewhere with maybe a little bit more light? This was was it the New York Comic Con exclusive, right?
Yeah. Wait, Richard.
I'm gonna give you light. It's also a dark. Yeah. I don't know, Ali. Is that?
Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's fine. Yep. 9.6 white, $11 starting bid. It all goes to the GoFundMe. Thank you, Gus, for donating this. Don't be shy, guys. This is for a great cause, and you get this piece headed your way just for doing a good deed. $100 is what we'll pick this up, this room. So $20 bids. Don't be shy, guys. Let's get it. $150, $200 now. $200 Fire Titan 60. Thank you. $300. Skills Nick, $300. Thank you very much. Anyone in at $320 or better? $320 or better. If you're just tuning in, the GoFundMe is going to be a set aside for Frank's daughter's continued education, you guys. I mean, I talk to Frank almost daily, and almost daily he brought up how important it was for his daughters to get the best education they could get better education than he got. And he literally would drive into Manhattan daily to take his daughter to school and then back to Manhattan to pick her up. And if you knew Frank, me just saying that, trust me, if it wasn't important to him, he would not do that. $340, Skills Nick, $340. We got $360. Fire Titan 60. Fire Titan 60, $360 is where we're at. We're looking for $380. I think this is the first time we've ever used a flashlight on a live.
No, not supposed to know.
but it's working, sort of. All right.
Not how I want it.
All right, I'm looking for 380 or better. 360 going once. 360 going twice. Yeah, you said 360, right? Fire Titan, wait, you put a question mark? Okay. Yeah, you're good at 360, right? Okay. 380 is where we're at. 380. It's the thought that counts, guys. Don't worry about that it's on a couch. Don't worry about that there's a flashlight signing on it. Don't worry about Gus being 2 hours late. Just it's the thought that counts. $380. Anyone in at 400? 400. All right. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 400 or better, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause. And 380. 380 is done. Skills Nick. You just click on the GoFundMe at the top of our page.
What? 400.
Contribute the Fire Titan. You're too late on that. We called Skills late. It is for charity though. If Skills Nick wants to let you have it or match it, he'll let us know. But unless I hear from him, Skills Nick 380. You got it. Yeah, don't wait on the countdowns, you guys. There's too much delay to try to game it like that. I appreciate the generosity. All right, Gus, you got something else?
I do.
Okay.
Darth Vader 3, 98 white for Dr. Afra.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
All right. So same thing, guys. $11 starting bid. Let me see. You guys know what to do. It's a 9/8 white. We need a tag lifting in comics because I don't know, between him and Henry, I don't know who loves this book more. And it, again, you get this book sent your way just for making whatever the winning bid contribution is to the GoFundMe directly. So you'll just show Silver Age Comics that you did that, and then they'll get this out to you. Thank you so much, Gus, for donating this. We're going to pick this up at $240. Pop Culture Addiction, $240. We need $260 now. Shipping's included, you guys. They're not going to charge you for shipping to the U.S. If you're in Canada, then you'll pay the difference between the credit on the U.S. shipping and whatever it ends up costing, but shipping to the U.S. is included. 240 is where we're at. 240 going once. I need 260.
Hey, sister.
What's up, Jen?
It's a good
Two.
book.
What's that?
It's a good book for Jen, female character, 9/8, right up her alley.
No pressure, Jen, but you're gonna have to beat 260. We're at 260. MSA Collector 1. 260. Thank you so much, MSA. We need 280. So 260 going once. This is 9/8. White page, first print, Doc Afra, right? That's the first print, Gus?
Yeah.
260 going twice. 260 going 3 times. Gus looks like he's being held hostage. I don't disagree. Yeah, the smile helps at least, Gus. The at least act like Jane's not holding you hostage. All right, I'm gonna count 5 seconds. If I don't see 280 or better, this one's done.
It's almost like a mug shot, Ali.
It was worse than a mugshot. All right, it was like the opposite.
Wow.
Like people were worried about your safety, Gus. All right, I'm gonna count 5 seconds. I need 280 or better. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, Delay. 1 second delay for a good cause. We'll
Blink
call
twice
it
if you need help.
right there. We're gonna call it
How does my
$260. MSA Collector One.
Ollie?
260 MSA Collector One. And if you guys are wondering, if you're just tuning in maybe, or you didn't know Frank, why did I just play the Godfather theme song? Well, Frank has been described as the Italian mafia looking guy with a stack of comics. He also is the guy who would come on and always want to he loved trivia. He wanted to make trivia a regular part of our sales. And that meant the only thing the guy ever asked trivia about, there were a few exceptions, but it was always, he'd say movies, and then I automatically knew that it was just going to be Godfather questions. Like, Godfather questions. I said, Frank, there's other movies other than the Godfather. He's like, yeah. But it was a regular thing that he really thought was a lot of fun. I have to agree. So hopefully moving forward, I like to encourage some more trivia during the sales for Frank. He thought that was a big thing. So
I'm all for it, Ollie.
all right, you guys. Well, I thank you very much for your time and for your donations, Jane and Gus. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you. All right.
Thank you,
All
everyone.
right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. So let's, Richie, I'm going to get you in now, Richie. Thank you for being patient. Richie Buxo, you guys. Get Richie in here. Richie, thank you so much for being patient, for being here. I know it's kind of a mess behind the scenes with so many people wanting to hop on, but, I can just say thank you.
No worries, Ollie. Thanks for having me on board, man.
Yeah,
This is a great call.
Richie, do you want to share anything about Frank with everyone before we get started?
I do. If anyone got a package from Frank was the gold standard in shipping. I mean, you saw that seal on the box. You knew you were getting something really well packaged, really taken care of. Frank took care of his customers. But in life, I know that Frank was priceless. That's what I wanted to share.
100%. Thank you so much for sharing that, Richie, and for your generosity and donating this.
Yeah.
So, and thank you for your patience again, Richie.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. So what we have tonight is a Spidey 300. It needs no introduction. It looks like a 9.0 Ollie, but it has some spine ticks on the back spine. So I graded it as an 8.0.
So he has it at an 8.0. There's some spine ticks on the back. You commonly see that on the black spine on the back. So that's how he gets to his grade on that one. It's $11 starting bid. It all goes. You're just gonna, if you win it, you just go contribute to the GoFundMe directly. Show, this is Richie Buxo, you guys. Show Richie, and they'll send this out to you. Shipping is included to the U.S. We'll pick it up at $350. $350. One more time. What was your grade on this, approximately?
8.0 Ollie.
8.0. So it looks like a 9, but it has some color breaks, some ticks on the back.
On the back. On the left-hand side.
Danny Ram, and we got Matson at 400. 400. It's a great book. The book's part of this, you guys, but obviously it's just for a good cause. So you gotta do a good thing, and then you get this awesome book coming your way. It's a win-win, and I've been especially thanking the donators, specifically or especially tonight, because they're just donating this stuff. They don't have anything coming their way except the good deed. So I appreciate that, Richie and Linda.
Yeah.
$400. We're looking for $420 or better. $400 going once. $400 going twice. $400 going 3 times. I'm looking for 420 or better. Count 5 seconds. If I don't see 420 or better, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause, and $400. Takes it.
All right. Awesome. Good stuff.
$400. I got Excelsior _comic book _pressing as the winner. I called him out as the winner, and then I saw the 420 from BMC. I'll leave that up to Excelsior. If I don't hear anything from Excelsior, we'll keep it where it is. BMC, I appreciate your bid. Just came in late. If you guys are going to bid, don't hesitate, you guys. It's for a good cause, and the delays are crazy on IG. So thank you, Excelsior. And thank you, Richie
Excelsior.
and Linda.
No, thank you, Ali.
Appreciate you
Have
guys
a great
coming
night.
on. All right, you take care.
You too. Bye.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, and if you guys, if you want to go ahead and make that contribution to the GoFundMe, whatever you've pledged to contribute, if you guys could go ahead and do that tonight, if possible, or while we're on the air, it would be great for us. I know we're going to exceed the goal, but it would be great to exceed the goal at a minimum while we're live. It's trying to see if we can get that done while we're live. And okay, so BMC and Excelsior, let us know what's going. Matt, were you going to match the 420, or are you going to let him have it if he pledges the 420? Please clear that up if there's going to be a change there. Okay, he can have the 300. Okay, so BMC, you're going to take it. You're going to take it BMC _comics. He's going to let you have that. And, you know, you're going to do a good deed yourself, obviously. 420. You're going to contribute 420. You're going to get the ASM 300. Thank you, Matt, for the extra 20 is going to a good place. So I appreciate you letting that happen. Okay, so go contribute the 420 BMC, show Richie Buxo, and that'll be headed your way. All right, Who Dat, 9.8 TMH, stand-up records. Anyone else? Those are the people I'm looking for at this point. Who Dat, 9.8, stand-up records, or Trader Bill. And I actually see that Matt is saying he's going to donate anyway, whatever that amount is. Matt, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you. What am I going to say? Thank you so much, Excelsior. Thank you, Matt. All right, so Who Dat, I saw your request. I just accepted it. So hopefully you're ready to rock, Russell.
Hello. I'm sorry, I am tired. I took some medicine, so I am worn out, but this is a good thing, man. It's a good thing.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on, and thanks in advance for your generosity. I know that you had a good amount of interaction with Frank. So if you, do you have anything you want to say about Frank before?
We had a good because I had a daughter as well, so it's kind of funny. It's like when and we got the running joke I buy books for my daughter, which is true. So Frank would always give me like the lowest deal he could give me on a book that I was getting for her, but if it was a book I was getting for myself.
Oh, wow. That's like the worst. That's the worst kept secret on Elite Comics 11 Live. So you mean when you say it's for your daughter, it's not always for your daughter?
No, like when I buy like he sold me a TMNT book, TMNT Adventures Raw, and he said it was a 9.4. He knew it was for me, so he didn't give me like as good of a deal he would give me if I was buying a book for my daughter. But because he knew what I collected, and he knew what I collected for her. So it's like, so it's kind of funny. Like, it was always good having those interactions. Like I said, because he knew I had a daughter, a young daughter. So, and it's, you learn a lot even without people saying a lot, if that makes sense. From him, raising his daughters a lot older than mine. So it was good interactions. I always said, I always said when he was selling, him and Richard was selling, I was like, this is one of the best that's always been doing it on here. And I always made it a point to try to buy something from him when he was doing a sale. Even if it didn't have anything that, like, I wanted, still bought something, I'll just give it away to my YouTube or something like that. But I always try to buy something because he was, class act. So
I mean, not only did your name come up for good reasons, like, because he was always saying how much the community was, how special it was to him and how different it was. And of course, people's names would come up for whatever reason, time to time. And, I know that he appreciated you along with so many other people in the community. And if you don't believe me, if you saw our sales, whenever your offers would come up, I mean, the guy would, he would do whatever he could to make things happen for you. I think it speaks for itself. So,
and I was going to showcase all the books I have from him, and stuff happened here. I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to continue to do that because still, I got a whole bunch of stuff I bought from him. And I showcased one of them was the TMNT #2, second appearance of the Turtles and stuff. And then, so I'm happy I got that from him. So that's a book that's never going to leave anyway. So it's even better that I got it from him. So it was touching to see that when I looked at that book. And before I show what I'm going to do, what I got for sale, because these books are PC books that I am putting up. This is just something I thought about watching this whole show. Like, tomorrow, everybody's watching this. Call your mom, call your dad, call your kids. If you have older kids, just call them up. Just say hello, talk to them for a few minutes. And I just thought about that when people were talking. So, and appreciate everybody in this community, Ali as well. We've talked a few times on the phone. So it's good to have friends in this community when you have a lot of things going on in your mind. And always reach out. That's all I want to say. Always reach out to people if you need to talk.
100%.
So let's get on.
100%. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Russ. That's a theme. And I just want to add one thing to it. I talk to Frank almost every day, and I am in California. He's in New York, but I mean, I'm telling you, it's part of my daily routine for years now is to talk to Frank and not only just talk to him, but just valuable interactions that I look forward to. And I'm sure people have felt the same way. It's part of life, but just you never know. You you might think you make these plans and you think, I'm going to do this in a year, and then this I'm going to do this in 5 years, and this in 10, and and it all ends just unexpectedly. Don't take time for granted. Don't take people for granted. Just try. I'm shocked. I'm still shocked. I'm going to be shocked. I don't even know how long. It just doesn't seem real. And I know that a lot of people are sharing that feeling with me. And just a reminder that, nothing's guaranteed, especially not time in life. So yes, show love to people, reach out to people, and be there for each other. All right.
Yep. Most valuable thing in our lives is time. So I'm not going to hold up everybody's time on this, but these are two special books to me. This is Todd McFarlane's first and only cover of doing a turtle cover. So it's the Flaming Carrot 27 and a 9-4. So if anybody knows Todd McFarlane, he's done a lot of different books, but he's never done turtles but once. And he's never done them again on a cover. So this is that book. But I'm also throwing in a special book, and I don't have another one of these. And I'm a big turtle collector. If anybody knows turtles, this is Amazing Heroes 45. This came out a month before TMNT 1. And it has an ad promotion, promoting Turtles #1. So technically it's like a cameo of the TMNT if you like that type of stuff. Very hard book to come by. Very hard book to, people want it. It's just hard book if you're a TMNT collector. It's very special. Both of these books are significant. So these both going up, man. Going up for auction.
Are they going up separately?
No, we're gonna go keep them together. I want to keep them together.
Together.
I want to keep them together. Yes.
So Turtles lot. You got McFarlane on Turtles on the left. That's something you don't see except there, right? And then you have a Turtles appearance in there that predates Ninja Turtles #1, and this auction 100% to the GoFundMe. And it's for both of those slabs together. So let's pick this one up. $250 to start out. Audio Nate 79. Russell, do you have any valuation info on these? We're at 300.
I don't, because I don't. If people know my Turtles, I don't really keep up with pricing for the. Only one I did keep up with was this Todd McFarlane one. I know it was like $150 at one point, and that was before, without a signature. But I had got one signed, so I'm throwing up my extra one. I always have doubles of Turtle stuff, but I don't want any more. But and this one is tricky because you don't find it in the wild. So I don't know. I really don't know that one.
All right, we're at 300. We're looking for 320. Jay Fink's in the lead at 300. Shipping's included to the U.S., so keep that in mind on your bids, you guys. It's whatever the number is that's shipped to you in the U.S., just in exchange for doing a good deed. You're going to go contribute to the GoFundMe directly. There's no games. Elite Comics 11 makes nothing tonight on anything. We actually made a financial contribution to the GoFundMe up front. So that's what we did. And then, of course, tonight. All right, $300. We need $320. $300 going once. $300 going twice. $300 going 3 times. I'm looking for 320 or better. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 320 or better, this one's going to Jay Fink. 1,001. This is for both slabs. 1,002. 1,003. 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause, and we call it $300. Jay Fink 11 _ comics. Jay Fink 11 _ comics. Thank you very much.
Congrats, Jay Fink. Thank you very much, man. Again, everybody, you're doing a good thing. Keep it up. I wish I could stay up all night and get as much as this is just a good thing. But
I appreciate you making the time, and I know it's late where you are, and your generosity out of this world. Thank you so much, Russell. Okay, I really appreciate you. All right,
thank you, Ali. I'll talk to you later, man. Everybody have a good night.
All right, much love, brother. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay. 9.8 TMH. Let's get you in here. Let me see if I can get you in here. Let me send you a request. Where are you? There you are. Wait, actually, yeah, I think that's you. I know you changed your handle. I think I got you. Yes, I did. What's up, man?
How's it going, Ali? Good to see you, man.
Good to
Sorry
see
about
you.
the circumstances, but
hey, thank you. Circumstances we're all going through it together. I appreciate you making the time, and thanks in advance for whatever it is that you're going to put up. I appreciate the generosity. Anything you want to share about Frank before we get started?
Yeah, man, I didn't know Frank nearly as well as most of the community, but I grew up in New York with a lot of Italians, and he reminded me of a lot of people I knew. Like what you were saying about The Godfather, like that kind of stuff, like great sense of humor. And I always loved, if I get you to ask him about NFTs, just to hear his responses every time. So that being said, I don't want to waste too much time and get going, but my first book is Golden Age, and it's kind of like a tribute to Frank smashing technology. We got a Wiz 86, it's a 1.8. It's a great robot cover, though, with Shazam, Captain Marvel. They're smashing it with the Savannah family on it. Yeah, Wayne knows this book. What's up, Wayne? But yeah, start at $11 if you want, man.
Yeah, we're gonna start at 11, and like he said, Frank would tell you, he's not a tech guy. I'll let you in on a little background. So, in the recent kind of the past couple months, a lot of my conversation with Frank, he was expanding into Facebook. He was getting on Facebook. I don't know how on earth he jumped to Instagram. I mean, I know why, obviously our sales, but he knew his Instagram. For whatever reason, he was like struggling with like Facebook. So I was helping him. I was showing him what's a group, what's an ad friend. Like, he knows about follows and stuff, but he was like figuring that out. So I think you're right on with this whole Captain Marvel punching technology here. That was Frank for sure. All right, $150 is where we're gonna pick this up. Mark Azule, Gemini, $150. Mark's in the lead on this one. We need 170 is what we're looking for. Thank you, Mark. Who's in at 170? Looks like a 1.8 off-white pages, no label notes.
No, there's some tape on the cover you can see, and some
there is tape. Okay,
it's a 1.8, but it holds up well, and it's just a beautiful cover,
Dive Genist, I think you have a bid of 179. So 179, Dive Genist. I see you. So we're looking for 170. Okay, that was a typo. No problem. We'll put you down at 170. Thank you.
Yeah, the one label note just says robot cover is all.
So, Mark, just get up to $20 increments. So 190 is where we need to be. What year is it? 1947, you guys.
Yeah. 10 center, Golden Age, number 86 in the Wiz run.
And again, you guys, if you did pledge a certain amount because you won something, if you could go ahead to the GoFundMe and make the contribution, I'd like to see us get to the goal, the minimum, not the minimum goal, but the goal that was set on there while we're on the air. I'm sure we're going to eclipse it, but it'd be nice to see that number while we're on the air. We are winding down. We have a few more guests, but we are winding down. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined, everyone who's bid, everyone who's shared. Even if you just shared, if you are in a position to give, we appreciate it. If you're not, we appreciate you being here, sharing. Any contribution helps. If you can't win any of these auctions just because it doesn't make sense for you to do that right now, no problem. Any amount to the GoFundMe helps, you guys. I want to make sure I say that too. $240. Mark Azule, Gemini. Not only does it help, it's appreciated. I don't care if it's $5, $10, whatever it is. It all helps. So thank you, everyone. Mark Azule's in the lead here, 240. I'm looking for 260. We need 260. 240 going once. 240 going twice. 240 going 3 times. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 260 or better, this one's done. 1,001. 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause, and we're gonna call it right there. $240. Mark Azule Gemini, you got it. $240. Thank you, Mark. Oh wow, you're also gonna donate this? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is my all-time favorite Daredevil book. It's a newsstand. It's a 9.6, and it's two of my favorite characters from New York City represented. And like I said, my all-time favorite Daredevil cover. And yeah,
9.6 white newsstand copy. Newsstand copy. All right, so same deal, $11. And I appreciate you donating this, especially considering how much you love this book. Says a lot right there. Appreciate you putting this up.
Yeah, I've had this book for a long time. It was a 9.6 PGX and cracked it and pressed it, and it came back a 9.6 from CGC. Although I hear now you get it slabbed from CGC, it will say in the notes first meeting of Daredevil and Punisher. But when this one was slabbed, it obviously didn't say that yet. And yeah,
I'm gonna pick it up at $200. This is a newsstand 9.6 white. $200. JMac. JMac's in the lead at 200. We need 220 or better. 220 or better is what we need. What's up, Mark Hall, CC? Thanks for tuning in and for that bid. We got the 200 first from JMac, so we're looking for 220 now. 220, we got it. Mark Azule is in at 220. Anyone in at 240? That's what we need. 240 or better. 220 going once. Need 240 or better. 220 going twice. 220 going 3 times. I'm gonna count 5 seconds. If I don't see we got 260.
Nice.
We do allow people to bid against themselves when it comes to good causes. So Mark Azule, Gemini, we are gonna let you go to 260. $350. Mark Hall CC, $350.
Wow, that's amazing.
You're amazing, Mark. I don't even know if you know, but this is, if you win this or whoever wins this, you just go to Frank's GoFundMe. You put whatever the amount is in there. You show 9.8 TMH, and he's going to ship this to you, all right? That's how this works. You're not going to pay anyone. You're just going to go contribute to the GoFundMe in the amount. So in exchange for that bold bid, I'm just counting 5 seconds. If I don't see $400 or better, this one's done. So I'm going to count 5 seconds right now. If I don't see 400, it's going to Mark in exchange for that 350 contribution. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Oh, we do have.
Oh, wow.
$400.
Wow.
Mark Azule Gemini. Same deal.
Crazy.
$500.
Oh my God.
Mark Hall CC. $500.
Wow.
Incredible. Thank you very
I'm blown
much.
away, man.
Both of you.
You guys are awesome, man. I mean, I got 2 kids of my own, and like 2 young sons, and I know, man, like, I don't know, man, I used to work in funeral homes in New York, man. I've seen a lot of sad things and stuff, and like, it's just amazing to see the community come together to try to help these girls out, man.
It is. I mean, I'm obviously aware.
Mind blowing, man. I can't believe that 500 for this book. That is amazing.
Well, I know Mark's an incredible person, and there's a ton of incredible people in this community. And like, what I was gonna say is, I'm obviously aware of our community, but I tell you, man, I mean, you guys never disappoint. And I mean, I'm even surprised at what we pull off myself. And I think it's just a testament to what Frank would always talk about, which is just nothing else like it. I mean, yeah, you could talk about whatever you want to talk. You could call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. Talk is cheap. Words are cheap. Labels are cheap. You see it in action all the time here, especially when it's time to step up for a good cause, step up to help somebody. Like, you're seeing it in front of you. You don't replicate this, all right? This is not something you can copycat. It's sincere. You guys are awesome. I just want to say thank you again to everyone, and Frank would always talk about that. So 5 seconds. I'm going to count this down. We're at 500. Need 550 or better. Otherwise, Mark's taking this thing. Appreciate both Marks on this one. All right. 5 seconds. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause. It is done. $500. Mark Hall, CC.
Right on, man.
Hall, CC. I appreciate you, Mark Hall. I appreciate you, Mark Azule. Mark Hall, CC takes that one, 500. You simply go contribute the 500 mark to the GoFundMe directly. Show 9.8 TMH, and he'll send that out to you. Shipping's included. It's on him. Thank you so much.
Got one last book.
Oh, you have another book?
Yeah, real quick.
I mean, you're incredible. Thank you.
This is a Spawn 300. This is a second printing, the silver foil. I was told that this was a New York Comic Con. I don't know if it is or not. It was picked up from Dom at Gotham Comics, though. But yeah, this is 9.8 white pages, Spawn 300, second printing, silver foil. Obviously, it's the Hamage. Got to have a Hamage, right?
That's right. So
GPA was like 250 is the most recent sale for this, I think, on GPA. In that area.
This was New York Comic Con exclusive, right?
That's what I was told. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle's like, I mean, God, you want to talk about somebody who's traumatized? Like, I guess he was actually there when these came out, and he was trying to, like, get them and keep them perfect, and they're foils, so you really can't, like, really press and clean them. So, like, you have to keep them perfect. And, like, he was talking about how hard they were to, like, you know, try to keep protected, and even then, this is a 9.8. 220. Gregory, you know Kyle. You know how you can bitch. 220. 220. Gregory's Comics in the lead on this one. $220. Looking for 240 now. 240. This is the silver. 220 is where we're at. 220 going once. 220 going twice. 240. We got it. J-Max in at 240. Thank you. 240 going once. 240 going twice. 240 going 3 times. Count 5 seconds. If I don't see 260 or better, this one's done. 1,001. 1,002. 1,003. 1,004. 260, we do have it. All right, so now we're going to speed this up. $20 increments. If you have a bid, make it now. Be aggressive, because I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see it in time, there's a crazy delay, then I'm going to call it anyway. All right, so put in the bids now. Here comes 5 second, the 5 second countdown, and we call it. 260 is where we're at. We need 280 or better. 1,001. 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause, and 260. Gregory _ Comics.
Right on.
Gregory's _ Comics takes it. $260.
That's amazing what Slumlord just posted.
And so yeah, and Jason, thank you so much. I will announce that while we're on the air. Yes, the GoFundMe page broke $60,000. That has happened. Not everybody has contributed what they're gonna contribute, so we will eclipse $60,000, no question. So shout out to the community for that. I also want to emphasize $60,000 is a lot of money, and it's a crazy accomplishment. But whatever the dollar amount raised tonight, obviously you can imagine Frank's daughters, his family, they have adversity, and money can only do so much. And this is for their education. They're obviously going to need more than whatever we raised tonight for that. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. We did it. But we still have a little bit more to do. And so, just don't be shy, you guys. Trust me, they can use whatever the amount is. But congratulations. As a community, it's just incredible to witness this myself. So thank you. And TMH, thank you for your generosity.
Yeah, thanks for
for
having me on, man.
You're a big part of the community as well, and I always appreciate you coming on. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Ali. Good seeing you. Take care, everybody.
You too. Take care. Okay, Stand Up Records. Stand Up Records, are you still around? Thank you for being patient. I'll try to send you an invite. You were a later ad, so let me see if you're still there by chance.
Hey,
what's
there.
up, Stand Up Records? How are you?
I'm well. How about you?
I'm well, man, and thank you again for being patient. I mean, we appreciate you and your generosity in advance. I know that you had to wait around a while just because there were so many people that answered the call. So you're one of those people. So thank you in advance.
Waiting really wasn't a problem because doing this for Frank, I didn't know him well, but I thought I was going to get to go through a good number of years with him as my dealer, basically, right?
Yeah.
And, getting that post from you was such a shock that I wanted to do something, and waiting tonight was just my honor to pay tribute to Frank and hear everyone else's great words. I mean, there were a lot of tears I had to wipe out of my eyes. I had to look at my wife a bunch of times and go, see, this is what I was talking about. So, to lose such a warm, caring person in the community, it was a tragedy for all of us. You more than all of the rest of us and the other vendors on Elite because you all knew him. But I'm just honored that you had me on to do this one small thing for his kids.
I appreciate you, your generosity in advance, and thank you for saying that. And I mean, yeah, Frank he touched a lot of people, and you've heard the positivity all night. And yeah, we're gonna miss him. So thank you for doing this. And we're honored. We're gonna miss him. We can't bring him back. We can keep his memory alive. We can honor him. And the best way I could figure to honor him, honestly, is trying to, continue his mission to support his daughters like that. And that's exactly why we're focusing on what we're focusing on. And I heard it so many times from him directly about how important that was to him. So Absolutely. That's what we're doing. So thank you.
Absolutely. In the end, family's what we got. And, we have this community too, which is like an extended family. So, bless you for doing that for all of us. So, rather than continue tear jerking here, I figured I'd get right to it and not be a chooch.
You got it.
So the thing I have is the only real package I bought from Frank and the one item I wanted to sell because I figured, let's get a Bronze Age key on here. So I'm going to flip the camera around. And what we have is a 5.0 copy of Adventures into Fear, number 19. And it has the tag on it across the top there that Frank put on it. It's a 5.0. The one thing that he had in his handwritten note is that, there's a piece missing from the back top, which is literally that is the size of the piece that's missing. So in scale, I can pull it out of the Mylar if you want. But that's what we have. It's just a 5.0 first appearance of Howard the Duck.
You know what? I'm always gonna wonder. Can we pull it out just because I want to see his work in terms of how did he actually come up with this drawing?
Let me give me a second because I don't want to.
You guys can bid on it in the meantime, but he actually drew the some representation of some piece that's missing on the back of this.
Yeah, give me one sec. I want to be careful.
Sure, yeah, don't have a tape pull, that's for sure.
Last thing I want is a tape, you know. So what we got is there's the.
Oh yes, there's the missing piece.
Hang on, let's see if I can do this in a way. And there.
All right, that's pretty damn. If anything, I think he made it bigger than it actually is.
Well, of course, because he was a conservative grader, right?
You see, I mean, I've never even seen that. I saw the drawing, but we didn't pull it out during the sale. And
yeah.
Frank once again does not let anybody down.
You know, if hang on, let me. If we have to look at the page quality here, you know, we're looking at white off white basically. So I think we're doing okay. I think he did okay in his grading.
All right, we're gonna pick this up at $90. Digenist, $110. Neil Savers presents. We're at 110.
That's great. Thanks,
130.
Thanks, guys.
130. Neil Savers presents 110. We're looking for 130. Thank you.
Remember, guys, this isn't it's not the book or the grade. It's raising cash to help send Frank's kids to school.
That's right. That's right. That's a great reminder. That's what we're doing tonight. You guys are awesome. Appreciate the donators, the bidders. Like, it's all for a great cause, you guys. All right, $110 going once. We're looking for 130 or better. $110 going twice. $110 going 3 times. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 130 or better, we'll end it there. 1,001. 1,002. 1,003. 1,004. I'm going to delay 1 second for a good cause. And call right there. $110. Neil Savers presents. Neil Savers presents. You're going to show stand-up records that you contributed the $110 to the GoFundMe. He's going to send that book out to you. That is a piece of Frank Comics history right there, and a great deed you both just did. Thank you so much. Stand-up
Thanks,
records.
Ali. Thanks, Neil. I'm looking forward to getting your message saying you got it contributed.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you both. All right,
Thanks a
stand-up
lot,
records.
Ali.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So, all right, Greg, you ready, Gregory? I'm going to get you in, and then it seems like Trader Bill, and then we'll probably wrap there, but I am aware of some good books that are coming up, so don't go anywhere yet. Let's get Greg, I'm sending you an invite. Greg, what is up, Greg?
Hey, Ali. How are you?
Welcome, and thank you in advance for your generosity. Before you say a word, I want to tell you something. Your name regularly came up. You're going to be surprised for good reasons, all right? Good reasons. I'll tell you what. There's like something ingrained in my mind just because I heard it so many times, and sometimes I'm going to be honest with you. I'm like, oh, Greg's doing this. Greg, Frank, I don't know how many times he said, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm like, what? He's like, Gregory, he puts on a good show. He puts on a good show. He's talking about your conventions, all right? He really appreciated your conventions. He told me that so many times, and I just want you to know that. He really appreciated you guys, the work you guys did together. He told me that regularly. And, you know, I just want to make sure you knew that.
Yeah, you know, Frank was, you know, he was a real class act, a real stand-up guy. You know, it's easy to say, you know, things about somebody, but when it comes to Frank, like, you know, you actually really mean them. You know, at my shows, I have hundreds of vendors, and he was, you know, one of my favorite, if not the favorite. Like, I regularly would just go, like, disappear at his booth and just hang out and just, like, ignore the show for a while. I actually met Frank at the first show I ever did not running a show, but just as a normal vendor. First show I ever did, he was like 2 booths over. I met him there. And then after that, he was always just a regular at the shows. You know, outside of a baseball game, he's the only reason I would ever, you know, anybody could ever convince me to drive to the Bronx. So, you know, just you know, there's not enough good things you can say about the guy. And, you know, the show tonight's a testament, you know, how many different lives, you know, he touched and how many different people, like, you know, he affected, you know, just a real, you know, class act and stand-up guy.
Well, you, I'm not going to lie. I think the big reason, I mean, you know, he loved your shows. He loved what you did. I think if your shows were in New Jersey, I don't think he would go. I don't think he would go. I mean, I'm just telling you.
You know,
I don't
it's
think he would
funny.
go.
Every time I pick up books from him on your show, you know, it was always, you know, a back and forth for a good, like, hour or two of, you know, he's going to come to the island or I'm going to go to the Bronx. And, you know, really 98% of the time he won the argument and I had to go to the Bronx. But
and that's what I've been
okay.
trying to explain to people all night. Imagine that Frank, he's driving into Manhattan every day, drop his daughter off to school, and then he's coming back to pick her up. If you know Frank, I mean, that just tells you right there how much he cherished, making sure that his daughter's got a great education. So, all right. Well, thank you for coming on. Thanks for the sharing, Greg. I hear you have something that you're donating.
Yeah, let me flip this around for you guys. You got Silver Surfer 1. It's 2.0. It's cream to off-white pages. And get that started at $11.
$11. If you win it, you just go contribute to the GoFundMe, whatever the winning amount is, and then you get this sent to you, shipping to the U.S. included. Silver Surfer 1. It's a 2.0 cream to off-white pages, CGC slabbed already. Pick this up at $200. Digenis, $200.
Great job on hitting that 60K. You know, definitely let's try and get to 70 now.
100%. $240 is where we're at. $300. Digenis, thank you. Just $350. A more. $350 is where we're at. A more in the lead. Silver Surfer #1. CGC 2.0. $400. Digenis. Thank you so much. $400. We're still in the $20 increments. If somebody wants to cut $500. A more. Thank you so much. $550 now. Digenis. $550. Thank you, Digenis. Thank you, A more. Digenis in the lead here. Let's convert this to $50 increments. Let's keep it even. I'm looking for $600 or better. We're at $550. $600 or better. $550 going once. $550 going twice. $550 going 3 times. I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 600, this one's going to Digenis. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Delay 1 second for a great cause, and $550. takes it for a contribution of $550, Dive Dentist. You can go ahead and make that. You're going to show Gregory's_comics. You're going to show him proof you did that, and he'll send that out to you. Thank you so much, Dive Dentist. Greg, before you leave, I want to make sure that it is appropriate. Like I said, Frank, he really appreciated the shows you put on, and you have the Route 110 comic show. You guys go to Gregory's Comics page, go to the Route 110 page as well, and see what Frank loves so much. He really appreciated the shows that Gregory puts on, and your friendship as well, Greg. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ali, for putting this on. Thank you, Diogenes. It's great, picking that up. Anybody that didn't pick up books tonight, I feel like watching the old telethons. Like, even if you want to just go on and donate $1, $5, $10, it really is a great cause. You don't have to pick up a book. Whatever you can, put in, it'll be appreciated.
100%. Any amount's appreciated, you guys. All right, Greg. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ali.
All right, man. You take care. All right, now we got some guy named Trader Bill. Trader Bill, it's my understanding, Mr. Figs, I think you wanted to join earlier, but I see you in the DM, so I think, Bill, is it that time? I think we've sort of wrapped the guests we were gonna bring on. I think we're gonna end with Trader Bill. He was waiting to be last to let everyone else go first, and this is what we're gonna do. Yes, we're gonna go to Bill now. Trader Bill has some items, or an item or more, I don't know exactly, but he has something that he's gonna contribute. Bill, what is up, Bill?
Hey, how's it going?
I know you. And before you say anything, Bill, I'm going to tell you something that I haven't told you.
No.
And that is, Frank really, again, I've been saying it all night. He really enjoyed the live sales that we put on, the community that we put on. And, when you're talking about that, and with Frank, you didn't just talk about it. Frank was there in the earlier days, and so he was building it along with us. And, like I said, he's confident, somebody who was super loyal to me, always had my back, always looking out for me. And so topics come up, including, how are the sales here? How do you build? How are you able to expand this and that? And the one thing I heard from him all the time is he was definitely aware of how wonderful you are. And, he was, if I told him I can't be there, I'm only going to be there for X number. I mean, I'm telling you, if he knew that you were coming on, it was like, it's good. It's good to go. He just respected the heck out of you. He always said great things about you. So I just want you to know that. I know that, you and I had a chance to have dinner with him. So we definitely had that opportunity. That was awesome. I'm not telling, I'm sure you could tell that he liked you, but I want to make sure you understand that, and because there were a lot of conversations that you weren't on, and he said great things about you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, going out to dinner with him was so cool. I felt like just the coolest guy. Like, we're at this Italian restaurant, and later on, all these legit people sitting out front of the place, gathering to smoke cigars. I'm just like, man, this is the deep cut. This is the place where the real people hang out. I felt super cool, and just being with Frank felt really comfortable. He treated you like family. He really did. I really think if I asked Frank for anything, he would have been there for me in a second, and just with no questions. He would be like a no questions asked phone call. Like, I need a favor. No question. I'm really glad we got to have the time we did with Frank, and I'm trying to stay in that mindset for sure. Huge impact on the community, and I think what it's been important to like put out there as a message. I think Frank really typified that, like respect and love for each other, like treating people the way that you know that they should be, you know, you want them to be treated, you know, more important than money. Like it was all about the relationships and treating people a certain way. It didn't matter how much it cost to make things right. For him, it's like making things right was above everything else. And you can't buy that. It's hard to teach it. And, you know, it's something that I treasure so much in knowing him, and just how much, you know, that, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to ramble, but I think you know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that.
Irreplaceable, just amazing.
I mean,
person.
And I'm gonna tell you, just again, like just on a personal level, and I guess this is rambling too. I mean, I'm just gonna be frank. Like it's screwed up. I mean, it's screwed up that this happened, and it's sudden and shocking, and on a personal level, it just feels like, you know, like you think it's, oh, that's screwed up. So when do you get to press the reset button and like do it again, like better next time or different next time? And you don't get to do that, I guess. And so again, we honor his family. That's all we can do, and we can keep his memory alive. And basically, don't be a chooch. So don't be a chooch. Like, and again, I don't know exactly what that even means, but just in context clues from talking to Frank, don't be somebody who's out there to not respect people. Don't be someone out there that's trying to get over on people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. So that was Frank in a nutshell, and we love you, Frank.
I pulled a few things out, but I wanted to just share one other thing really quickly. When I sold off a bunch of comics to like buy a house, and you know, I don't regret that decision at all. But immediately in the mail, like one of the first things I get in the mail, you know, came this like from Frank's Comics, congrats on the new house, and he sent, and I haven't hung it up yet. It's been sitting against the wall. I look at it like every day, but it's like a dual signed, framed, you know, Ric Flair, Jim Ross, signed photo, like full on Beckett authenticated. Killer thing just came in the mail. All he said was just like, "Hey, Bill, watching the mail. Something's coming your way soon." Like, and then I was blown away. I mean, just his generosity. It was just, yeah. I mean, he didn't have to do that. He certainly didn't. And he went all out. It wasn't just like, I'm just going to throw a little, like send a greeting card or something.
So,
like,
I'll tell you the backstory. I mean, I've never told you this either. So he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, I saw you at that big sale with Bill." And I said, "Yeah, you know, he's buying a house." And so that's what that was about. And he's like, "Well, I got to get him something." And I said, I'll tell you the truth, Bill. I told him, "Oh, no, Frank, trust me, like, it's okay. You don't have to." Totally. He's like, "No, I got to. I have to." Like, and I was trying to talk him out of it. He was just like, "No, I'm doing it." And, you know, so that's some backstory there. There would be no other way. Like, he wanted, he wanted to show you the love, and he was very happy for you. So, like I said, he thought a lot of you. So we all did.
I definitely want to make this about Frank, and for sure, and I pulled a few awesome items. I mean, I donated already to the GoFundMe, but I wanted to like pull some cool stuff out. And you know, some stuff I really love from the PC, stuff you don't see like super often, but it's cool. Like some people pulled out some high dollar, amazing stuff. I'm really just blown away. The generosity, amazing. I mean, I could go on and on, but I'm not going to do that. But I did get this so CGC has never done, has just started grading cards and has never done witness signature cards, but they just tried it for the first time with this McFarlane signing. Wasn't like super publicized or anything else. I caught it just like in the notes while reading through the advertisement for the sale. So I sent in a few cards, and this is one of the ones I got back. It came back in 9.5, and it's got the little, they tried to do the little Todd McFarlane label, and it's a card of the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 298. He put a nice big
The
signature on
first
there.
McFarlane on ASM, right?
Yeah, look at that. Look at you go. And then
Signed by McFarlane. It's a witness signature on a card. It's a 9.5 because their card grading scale is different than the comics.
I even paid extra. There's the subgrades for each of the, like, there's subgrades for centering, surface, corners, and edges. So this is from the Marvel Beginnings Series 2 from Upper Deck in 2012. Anyway.
No, Greg, there is a 10.0 in cards. There is a 10.0.
There is. So this is
Greg,
almost
so
that.
9.5, almost there. This would be like a 9.6, basically.
So I have no idea how to value it. I literally just got it. I love it, but I love Frank, so I want to offer it. So you guys are now going to decide what it's worth. I think it's cool as heck.
You need you need some sort of no offense, Bill, but super nerd made out of lesser nerds to even know that this was even available. But Bill read Bill read the fine print here, and there you go. So it's there. It's a witness signature, Todd McFarlane on a card, CGC. We'll kick this one off at $150. J-Mac, $200. Silver Age Comics is in at $200. Thank you so much, Silver Age. Sorry, Silver Age Surfer, not comics, not Gus. We're at $200. Silver Age Surfer. Thank you so much. $20 increments, so we're looking for $220. We got $200.
Yeah,
$200
he hasn't even officially added this yet as like a full-time thing. And it was only Marvel cards. They would only sign Marvel cards. I'm like, I even called. I'm like, can I send like some Spawn cards? It's McFarlane. He would sign some Spawn cards, right? They're like, no, it's only Marvel cards. And I think it had to be stuff that he is related to or worked on. It wouldn't just be random stuff. Anyways.
$220. So you're saying you're basically saying that you needed to. I mean, I don't know. I already called you like a super nerd for even knowing that this was available. I mean, you at least definitely need some sort of siren. So you did your research, and it was limited. So I don't think a lot of people took advantage of this. Maybe it was just a window. Who knows? All right, 220 is where we're at.
And McFarlane only signs for CGC once every how many years? So
Gregory's _comics. 240 Silver Age Surfer. We're winding down, you guys. It's never enough, but Bill's gonna be the last guest tonight. A huge thank you to everyone that's been part of this. So whatever Bill's offering, just know that it's the last opportunity if you want to bid on an item for the GoFundMe. But of course, we encourage people, if you just want to go, donate to the GoFundMe a monetary amount, $5, $10, whatever it is, please do that as well. But if you'd like to win one of these, there's very few opportunities left tonight. Silver Age Surfer 240. We're looking for 260. 240 going once.
If I start looking weird when I move, when I mirror the camera, it wrinkles my brain and I go the opposite direction that I'm looking. I'm just saying it's difficult for me to manage, but I'm going to try. 240
going twice. 240 going 3 times. All right, I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see 260 or better, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. I'm gonna delay 1 second for a good cause and call it. $240 Silver Age Surfer.
Nice.
Silver Age Surfer Thank you so much.
swear I'm gonna
Okay,
be
so
great.
there's a few things, you guys. So if you don't win anything, if you win something, you just go make that contribution to the GoFundMe. Show Trader Bill, for example, or whoever it was, and they'll send you the item once you show them proof that you donated that amount. If you don't want to win, or you didn't win, or you just want to contribute whatever amount you can, is comfortable for you, $5, $10, go do it on the GoFundMe. And then there's one more option. If you have a graded book, then a graded book, we'll say a graded book that you want to donate, and you want all the proceeds to go to the GoFundMe, then you can DM the page. We'll put up a special post that designates that it's going to go to the GoFundMe specifically, and we'll do that for the next day or two. So if you missed out tonight and you want to contribute in that way on a graded book, we will do that. That's an option. I didn't kick Bill off. I think in trying to be fancy and flipping the camera around, I think he booted himself off. So let me get him back in here. All right. Awesome. So Bill, you're back. Your punishment's for a good cause. I told them that if they want to donate a graded book, we would put it up on the page with the template for the next day or two. Just let us know in the next day or two. We'll put it on the page and we'll designate it as a Frank GoFundMe post.
Definitely DM Elite.
DM Elite. Bill will see it. We'll let the rest of the team know to be on the lookout as well. All right.
Here, I got a few more things.
All right, sure.
I love these things. They're super cool, but I'm going to offer them because Frank was super cool. So I have no idea how to value them. Maybe they're not worth that much. Maybe they're worth a ton. But so Don, everybody aware of Don Bluth Animation?
Yep.
Not only did All Dogs Go to Heaven and Secret of Nim, also did the famous games Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. So they did a comic for Space Ace and Dragon's Lair. And so I got this copy of Space Ace. Funny story, it was written by Robert Kirkman. So I got Robert Kirkman's signature on here and the whole Don Bluth Animation team. So you got Jim Pomeroy, you got Gary Goldman, and you got Don Bluth on this one. You got the same three of the animation team on this one, but this was actually a Don Bluth cover, and he did a little sketch on it also. So Don Bluth did a sketch. So you got the whole Don Bluth team on here. Both books, I don't know, $11 or whatever somebody wants to pay, but you're going to be the only person with books like these.
Whoa.
These are one of a kind.
Wow.
I haven't heard of them doing conventions really, or these. I mean, there's a lot of signed photos by them and stuff, but comics, you're not going to find that.
And thank you so much, you guys, for the kind words in chat. I thank you for those words, but I think Bill and I were really just doing this for a friend. I think a lot of you guys also lost a friend. And I mean, I can't say it enough. Frank's one of the few people that I've ever had the privilege to call friend that always had my back. You want to talk about loyalty? I mean, he told me straight up, and I'll just share, and yeah, these are awesome, Bill. We'll get to them in a second, or just get the bids in while I'm saying this, but I want to share this. He told me straight up, and I'm just, I'm not looking for anything on this. I'm just sharing, just so you understand. When we met during the pandemic. We met during the Remedy tour, and we got Frank on because the conventions were being canceled, and he really needed to move whatever he needed to move for his family. He was always talking about his family, and he always told me you were there for me and my family when we needed you, and I'm always gonna have your back, and I'm always gonna be here, as as long as you'll have me. And I appreciated that. I told him it's a two-way street. You're doing great things for us as well. I love working with you. In hindsight, it's just so screwed up that that amount of time. I thought it was going to be a lot longer, but it just. I appreciate and I'm grateful that we had the time we had. So again, now we transition to doing what we can do, which is honoring his family, being there for his daughters, and that's what tonight's about. We are at $250. D. Lee period Daywalker, $250. Thank you so much, Daryl. Appreciate that. This is, I don't even know who the heck is going to compile these pieces that we're looking at right now, other than somebody like Bill. You're just not, I don't think anyone's, how many hours do you wait in line to make whatever this is that we're looking at, Bill? I would say
a lot. And had to add Kirkman onto this was like additional hassle for sure.
I probably paid for this somehow because he probably told me he needed to use the restroom at some convention we were at, and then made line for one or more of those signatures. So you're welcome.
And these are nice copies. If you sent them into CBCS, they're in the nines. You could even hit maybe 9.6 or better on these. Maybe on the Dragon's Lair, probably more like a 9.2, but the Space Ace really good.
All right, 250 is where we're at. We're looking for 270 or better. I'm going to count this one down. 250 going once. 250 going twice. $250 going 3 times. Looking for 270. Count 5 seconds. If I don't see 270, this one's done. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1 second delay for a good cause. And D. Lee, period, Daywalker. Thank you so much, Daryl. It's going to a great home.
Nice grab, Daryl. Super cool.
D. Lee, period, Daywalker. You got it, my friend. Those are, you're not going to see those again.
No, you're going to be the guy with the
$250.
How much time we have? I pulled out more.
Yeah, whenever, maybe, I hate to cut you off. So, I appreciate it, Bill. But, yeah, it's a little late. So, maybe 2 or 3 more items.
Perfect.
If that works for you.
These are super cool. Hard to know how to value them because a couple of these people aren't here anymore. But here is a Star Trek comic signed by Leonard Nimoy. Got Leonard Nimoy on the cover. Here is a Star Trek comic. It's got the Enterprise on there. A perfect book to have the legendary late James Doohan, who played Scotty, sign. And Leonard Nimoy, of course, was Spock. That last book I showed. Here is one featuring Captain
I like how
Kirk.
you basically were saying Leonard Nimoy was Spock. I feel like that was personally directed at me. I feel like you were making sure that I understood that that's who Spock was. Yes, Bill, I actually did know that, but I know, I hear you.
This one's signed by William Shatner. There you go. So you got the captain on that one. And the last one, super cool, signed by the late DeForest Kelly. I don't know if there's any Star Trek fans here, but these are, I'm going to sell them as a set. I'm going to not sell them. If this was something other than a benefit for Frank, I'd be selling them. But this is basically, I'm going to offer. I see when it's reversed, I don't even know which way to move. All 4 of these signed by legendary Star Trek people. Shatner is now in his 90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
That Shatner signature, the Spock signature.
The 3 are gone.
Wow.
And Shatner's in his 90s. So this is it. I don't have other copies of these.
Wow.
So, I wanted to offer some stuff that I loved and some unique stuff that maybe people would appreciate. So, Nimoy signed.
How do you even price these? Let's.
Doohan.
We'll pick it up at
with the Enterprise there.
$400. Fox Collectibles, thank you. $400. You want to talk about them again? Just because I don't think we're going to see a set like this ever again.
So this one's signed by Shatner. It's from the DC comic series here.
When did you get them all signed, Bill? Probably at a convention that he took a really long break at.
So there's Shatner's signature. He signed on the arm. And then you got DeForest Kelly right here.
And DeForest Kelly, what character did they play?
He was Bones. He was Leonard McCoy, the doctor.
The doctor.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor.
All right,
not
there you go.
a signature authenticator.
Now I know exactly who you're talking about. It's that guy right there on the cover. So that's cool. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I guess I could have said that too. Yeah, it's the guy.
The doctor. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, and then of course, I showed Leonard Nimoy. See, reverse camera. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And then James Doohan, I showed that. Okay, maybe I went through them all. There it is. It's cool. Enterprise in a battle. He's the engineer. A better book to have him sign than like a book with the Enterprise on it.
All right. Well, 450. Kyle Reyes is in at 450. That's where we're at. Anyone want to take this up to $500? $500 is where we're at. Fox Period Collectibles, $500. Thank you so much. All right, $500. We need let's go 550 or better, you guys. It's late. 550 or better. All of it goes to the GoFundMe. We need 550 or better. $500 is where we're at. $500 going once.
There's
$500 going twice.
There is Shatner.
$500 going 3 times. I'm going to count 5 seconds, looking for 550. Otherwise, this one's over.
DeForest Kelly.
1,001. 550. We have it.
Wow! Awesome.
All right. So we're at 550 now. They're saying it's an easy $200 a book. Well, I'll tell you what, BMC, you got some room then. You should definitely bid. Oh, see?
Gus!
You see what Gus is saying? Bill's chair was empty for a long time at the booth at San Diego. There you go. Thank you, Gus. You ratted him out. We will. Fox, get up to 600, Fox. I said we're doing $50 increments. Get up to 600. I'll give you time to do that.
20 more months. Just
20
skip
bucks.
that latte
Come on,
tomorrow
Fox.
morning.
Thank you
to
so
600,
much,
no
Fox.
problem.
Get up to 600, and we'll accept that one. I'll do a countdown, and we'll do it there, because I gotta honor what I said. Kyle is at 550. There it is, 600. All right. Thank you so much, Fox. Fox Period Collectibles. All right, I'm gonna count 5 seconds. If I don't see $650 or more in these next 5 seconds, then we're gonna call this one. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003,
James Doohan.
1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause, and $600. Fox Period Collectibles. Fox Period Collectibles takes them off. $600. Thank you so much, Fox. Just
Thank you, Fox
go to the
Collectibles.
GoFundMe, contribute the $600, and show Trader Bill that, and he will send those out to you. Bill, it's like 1:35 a.m. on the East Coast. A lot of people won the auctions tonight, so they're going to go ahead and they're going to contribute. Still, they haven't contributed yet because they went to bed for the GoFundMe. I just want to share with everyone. It's currently, without all the money coming in, we're at $62,514. So thank you guys very much on behalf of, can't speak for Frank, but I can, his family, trust me, they appreciate it. They've told me directly, you know, any amount would be fine, but $62,514 and more coming. That's just incredible. So we talk about community all the time. Speaks for itself. You guys are incredible. Thank you very much. And we, I mean, you guys can, I think it speaks mostly to the man that Frank was and the friend he was to so many people. To see this many people to come together like this and put their money where their mouth is for his family. I appreciate you guys.
Okay, I got a couple more things.
All right.
One is wrestling related and one is video game related. Which one's first?
Just show one, Bill. Let's go.
All right, we'll do wrestling related next.
All right.
So I got a pair of Sergeant Slaughter signed toys. We got the G.I. Joe Classified Edition that he signed. It says, Yo Joe, Sergeant Slaughter, look out Cobra, still sealed, brand new. That's like the 6-inch Sergeant Slaughter G.I. Joe toy, super detailed.
Gus, now we really know where he was in San Diego.
And we got the Hall of Fame Sergeant Slaughter figure here, signed, and Hall of Fame 2004. Nice, clear signature. The Sergeant Slaughter, the wrestling figure. So Sergeant Slaughter, character so awesome. He spanned 2 different fandoms. It was awesome in both. So here you go. You get both of these for the low, high. I don't know. For whatever you bid.
$11 starting bid. All goes to the GoFundMe. Bill, you know what? I try my best to thank you as much as I can, being me. It's not every day because I assume that you know it, and I shouldn't assume, especially with the things we've been talking about. But I appreciate you. I love you. And I also want to thank you for donating this stuff. I know that you love all this stuff. I know that if you could, I mean, if you wanted to, you'd be just fine keeping it all and then some, and then putting so much crap on top of itself that like you would have nowhere to move. Like, I know that you would probably be okay with that. So I really appreciate you giving this stuff up for Frank. So, you know, I know he was your friend too. So
yeah,
it's a little weird thanking you. I know it comes from your heart. So thank you. Anyway.
Love you too, man. All right.
All right. So we are going to kick this off at $70. Mark's here.
All right.
Crow Collections, $70. Mark's here.
Cool.
He's in at 70. What's up, Mark? Crow Collections. $70, looking for 90 now.
You're gonna give them to him for a steal. They're each worth, I would say, they're probably each worth $100.
There you go.
So
he's telling you guys, don't be a chooch. He's saying that at least worth $100 each. But whatever happens, happens. So we're at 70 now.
The whole point is that Frank's family is going to benefit from whatever they get from these. So that's
right. $90, Lee Quatch. $90. We're at 90 now, looking for 110 or better. Yes, you can outbid yourself. Yes, we encourage you to outbid yourself. 100%. It all goes to the GoFundMe, and we need $20 increments, the minimum. Gregory's _comics is in at 110 first.
Hearing how Frank would go to that much trouble to ensure that his daughters were getting a good education and were safe and taken care of, like, I'm happy to try to honor Frank with offering some cool stuff to do that. So I appreciate everybody who's bidding, and it's going to a good cause.
Okay, Jason, NY Slumlord, by the way, I don't give a shit what his handle is. Jason is an incredible person, and I'll just leave it at that. Just know that. NY Slumlord, the handle's the handle. Trust me. Jason, incredible person. He was... I'm going to call it here.
Wow.
I think Frank would want me to call this in this situation. Wow. Sorry. $250. NY Slumlord's going to contribute $250, and he says you're going to keep them, Bill.
Wow. I'm speechless. It's just, you guys just blow me away over and over again.
All right, we're going to call that right there. NY Slumlord.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you, Mark, as well. But I know Bill loves Sergeant Slaughter. And
it's my favorite.
Just the fact that he was willing to put him up and Jason was willing to make the contribution, let him keep him.
Jason.
It's just, we're going to let that happen. NY Slumlord, you'll contribute the $250. Bill, you'll hang on to those. Thank you so much.
I definitely will. All right, the last item then. It's video game related. It's vintage. They're really cool, and they're drying up. Like, there's a lot of repros. So if you're buying anything like this, make sure you get an original. I couldn't find another one of these available right now. Maybe they're out there. But it's an original arcade marquee for the Punch-Out arcade game from 1983. You can see here. So it's got a little bit of wear on the inside. I mean, it was displayed. It was used in an arcade. Like, this lit up, you know, it was on the machine. So there's a little bit of there. But otherwise, this is in really great shape. This is original. It's like a thick piece of, like...
Okay, don't do that with your finger, Bill. Okay.
So this is Punch-Out.
That was an interesting sales tactic with your finger there. We've heard enough about your finger the past few days. So hopefully those people aren't watching. Okay. So we're going to pick this up at $200. JMac 1413.
So you can actually get something to backlight this if you want, you know, like an original arcade marquee, or they just display super cool like this.
$200 is where we're at. We're looking for $220 now. JMac.
This is arcade history. You know, I mean, either you're going to find an intact machine, or you might find one of these somewhere. But they're, like I said, they're drying up.
JMac. Yeah, here we go. The finger bondage. The bondage finger. I don't even know how that started, Bill. You'll have to explain that to me. I saw the aftermath in chat. I don't know how that even came up, but it's apparently somewhat of a thing now. All right, $200, JMac. $200 going once. We need $220 or better. This is the final piece for tonight. $200 going twice. $200 going 3 times. We need $220 or better. It's the original Punch-Out arcade marquee, basically the banner that goes on top of the machine. This is an OG one, 1983. All right, I'm going to count 5 seconds. If I don't see $220 or better, this one's done. 1,001.
Super cool.
1,002. 1,003. 1,004. 1 second delay for a great cause, and we end it at $200. We'll use the Godfather theme for the last one. Thank you guys so much for that. That one's gonna go to JMac, JMAC, Mac, little Macs in that game. JMac _ 1413. You got it.
Nice.
$200. And that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Obviously, we're working behind the scenes to. I've been working. Been putting a lot of time and thought into different ways to keep Frank's, his spirit, just Frank in general, just to honor him, keep Frank's comics part of what we do. I'm definitely working on things to do that. Just trying to make sure, that we always remember Frank, and I know we will, but it's just so heartbreaking that we lost him. I just want to figure out different ways to keep him with us, or at least the way the person he was, and just make sure that we don't forget that. I think it's the least we can do. I mean, it's actually healing just to figure out how we keep pieces, just things about Frank that we really appreciate and miss, and we're gonna miss. And Bill, you and I will be working on that. We'll figure out different ways to make sure that Frank is part of everything we do. And Mark's in here. Shout out to Crow Collections. Says he's gonna donate $200. So yeah, you just go to the GoFundMe. It's at the top of both Elite Comics 11 and Elite Center 11. Click on that, Mark, and any amount, whatever it is, that's for everyone else too. Just $5, $10. Mark says he's gonna do $200. Well, whatever it ends up being from anyone, appreciate you guys. And like I said, a lot of people on the East Coast, they did pledge money. I'm sure they're gonna give it. And so there's still more coming. And I just, again, want to just thank everybody, sending love to everybody, love to Frank. I'm sure he's smiling. He was always, again, just sound like a broken record, I feel like, but it's important. He always talked about how much he loved what we're building as far as like our community and how unique it was. And $62,514 in the GoFundMe right now. We've surpassed the $60,000 goal. I wanted to see that met. That was a goal I set with his daughter, and I wasn't sure exactly how realistic it was, but I knew what they're going to be facing, or at least some of what they're going to be facing. And without getting into the specifics, is going to a place that's not only good but needed. They're going to have a lot of challenges that money can't exactly take care of, and so that's something else that will be, I'll do my best to be there for them. But you guys did your best to be there for them tonight, so I appreciate all the contributions and all the contributions that are still to come. Please do click on that GoFundMe and contribute any amount, $5, $10. If you missed out tonight and you just want to be, show some love, appreciate that. I hope we did. I hope we honored Frank. I hope we made him proud. I hope his family is proud of what we pulled off. I know that they're grateful for everybody's contributions. So, that's enough out of me. Bill, you want to say anything else before we get off the air?
Nah, I can hear Frank going like, nah, just stop. All right.
All right, guys. Much love. Appreciate all you guys. Love each other, guys. Life is short. Definitely reach out to those you love. Let them know that you love them. And, just don't take time for granted, you guys.
I appreciate everybody coming out and being generous, for sure. I'll say that. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. And Frank, we love you. We love in this. You see that a lot of people love you, and his family as well. So, all right, guys.